Do you want to give us the recap?
Yeah, sure. So we resumed fighting in the night market. There was a group of rocks going after the woman who was our informant. The lead rock tries to go after her, but she's able to dodge their attacks before being teleported to relative safety by Lunara. Wei tanks the leader, catching him with a stunning strike and driving him into the ground. Magnus's spirit guardians shred one of the rocks, then Luna blasts the other one out of life. We take our contact to the Temple of Ilmater for safety. Her name is Sothal, which we finally decided to remember to ask. It seems like she's been targeted because she knows too much. We decide to send Wei out to pick up the Good Prince so we can let him know exactly what was discovered. There's nearly a fight when Lunara assures the captain of the guard that he will not lay a hand on Sothal, but we manage to get them all to sit down and talk. Sothal relays the information she's privy to. The prince seems betrayed more than would be normal. The prince agrees to cover for her disappearance and keep an eye on his brother. We arrange for Sothal and her son to get out of the city along with some bunny quotes cargo. Adriel and Ismagaras discuss the final days before the gods initially fell, and Lunara scries on Pandora. It seems like the city has fallen into disarray once more. Pandora has seen combat and seems to have taken on an injury. Magnus agrees to use sending to contact her on Lunara's behalf. Then we spend some time traveling in the desert, and then later on, Wei discovers a statue in the desert mid-trolling Magnus. It seems to be dressed as a pharaoh, but it doesn't seem to have been weathered in any particular manner. Wei notices that the statue is part of a half-buried amphitheater. Lunara recognizes the study of the statue. It's Badia al-Masak. Seems like we found our destination. We approach the statue, but it seems to have a fearsome aura. Lunara uncharacteristically wants to fucking destroy it. And that's where we ended the session. And I named last session Rock, Paper, Scissors, which I was quite proud of.
Oh, that, that is a good title.
And I've got
Um,
the list of scrolls here and the sending message in my thing, but it's been posted in chat. You might have to scroll a
oh
little way
yes,
up.
yes,
Back on the 18th.
yes. Okay. I think your response will have to come later because I did not do that. Okay, hang on.
That is okay.
Note self in here.
It was very fun, kind of role playing a little bit with Chris. The discussion between Lenara and Magnus about like the message.
Yeah,
It was very fun having a little bit of role play there.
that's awesome. So I'm gonna put us here in the desert. And yes, you guys have found this this statue, and I will I'll reread it to you just to give you a reminder of what it's like. That is the wrong area in my PDF. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Streets below. Where the hell am I? Oh, I was in the right area. I'm just an idiot,
Mm-hmm.
it turns out.
No, not
Okay.
an idiot.
Oh no, there are days.
Still no.
So there is a 10-foot tall statue that is stood in the middle of this old amphitheater, 90% of which is buried in sand. Um, it stands on a 3-foot tall base, and it is a thing of nightmares. This statue glares from beneath a pharaoh's headdress. Robes gathered in one arm, it clenches a scepter in the other. Neither time nor weather has dared to face the almost perfectly smooth surface of the midnight blue stone. The feet of the statue pass seamlessly into the broad curve of the base, which miraculously is free of dust or sand. The scalloped edge of the base makes an ominous contrast to the dead white marble platform atop which the statue stands. The platform has 3 broad steps above the floor of the amphitheater. And then arrayed around it are seats of the amphitheater 10 in all, rising to the level of the broken pillars. It does have a spell that it makes it quite terrifying to approach. As a couple of you have, well, you've all sort of felt that feeling, but a couple of you are
Yeah.
just really, really uncomfortable around it. And yes, that's where you are.
Lunara at this point is kind of trying to decide whether to cast Shatter or Dispel Magic. And you can probably like see on her face the conflict of, do I just blow this fucking thing up, or do I just take the spell off it?
I'm sorry, I've been muted this whole time.
Ah.
Why don't we make it stop making all of us feel uneasy and take a closer look, and then if you don't like it, you can break it into a million pieces.
That seems like good advice.
It is our only clue at the moment, so...
Fine. Yeah, I will cast Dispel Magic.
Can you please make me a roll?
A charisma check.
Yeah.
Does she get guidance?
Not on this.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, it's a 15.
15. That is not enough to
Fuck.
remove any of the effects on the statue.
Well, that didn't work. The spell is stronger than expected.
Well, then your call whether we want to go investigate some rubble or a statue.
Let's give the statue a wide berth for now, although, like, you that passed it would probably be fine to look into it. I just am not going to.
I mean, I'll look at it. I'm not that great with perception, but I'll walk up to it and look around it.
I'll go with you, because I'm a little bit more wisdom inclined.
Okay, well then I'll assist you in looking around this statue.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try and take a look at the statue, but also what might be behind it. You said it's an amphitheater shape. Does it look like there's any kind of like backstage kind of thing?
Oh, that's a good question. For the sake of simplicity, I'm going to say no. It looks like it is sort of the statue with seating around it. But there's walkways to get into the amphitheater from there, but no backstage area.
And the statue's made out of a blue stone and the stage white.
So it's a little confusing. I know. Okay, so it's standing on a marble platform. Yeah, the whole statue itself is midnight blue. And then there's sort of a platform that it stands on that is made of marble, and then there is the sort of plinth below it that the base is standing on. That is also blue, I believe.
Lunara, do you know anything about this guy that would help before I go touch it?
I can try and make a history check, I guess.
Sure.
Regular history check.
Regular history check.
Okay. 23. Oh fuck. I'm sorry. My mouse, the sensor is fucked and it double clicks when I want to single click. So if you see doubles from me, just ignore the second one.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm going to throw this thing in the bin at some point.
My mouse has stopped clicking. It only clicks every second or third click. So I'm currently using the crappy one that came with my computer.
What are people doing to your mice?
I don't know.
Mine's like a Microsoft one. It's one of those ergonomic ones, and apparently it's a thing with them that they stop clicking,
Hmm.
which I didn't know. But I'm
See,
gonna
I
have
would
to
rather this clicked
better.
less than I asked it to, rather than twice as much. So I'll do a swap if you want.
I'll just send it, put it in a package and mail it over.
Yeah, sure. I'll mail mine, and they can swap over. They can like high five in the air on the way past.
There you go.
My mouse
Through
works
the jet
fine.
stream.
Oh,
Does
good.
it?
Good.
What
I'm
kind of
glad.
mouse do you have?
HyperX.
Oh, I've got one fancy.
Mine's
like that.
also great after like 6 years of pretty heavy use. The Logitech.
Yeah, I barely use this computer.
Right. I have to do some mouse research. What was I doing? Bediar Mask. You wanted to know some information about him.
Yes.
Mossack.
Mossack.
So, yet another kingdom, yet another king.
Mm-hmm.
Bediar Mossack was the pharaoh here, roughly 1,000 years ago, which is sort of becoming a theme for you guys. And you've noticed at this point, but it seems like there were a lot of civilizations that were fairly old, and then 1,000 years ago, they just all sort of crumbled at once. You now know it was probably due to Calicotharis. And there's not a whole lot known about Bediar al-Mossack. He was, it seems, kind of just a middling ruler, not particularly special, not particularly evil, just middle of the road, keeping his people going. It was a fairly prosperous time in general up until the thing that happened. And so, no one was starving. There were no famines or anything like that. And so he kind of got away without doing too much. From what you do know of him, he wasn't super actively involved in the running of his kingdom. There were a lot of other people who did that kind of work for him. And in fact, rumor has it that when the events unfolded that caused, all the floods and the famines and the uprisings that happened, he was one of the first pharaohs to die. He was not popular, and there is some small suspicion that he may have been assassinated, but it's hard to tell through the history books. The official line is that he died of a disease.
Okay.
So
Okay,
looking
I
to
will roll
Lunara, is it like relatively wholesome guy and this fear of him is unfounded, or we should stay away kind of guy? Thumb up, thumb down.
Lunara does the thumb directly in the middle.
Okay.
He was, from what I can understand, he was aggressively medium. Not particularly popular with his people. Didn't really do a whole lot of ruling, but didn't rule with an iron fist for that matter, or a wooden foot or a piece of string. He was just aggressively medium.
Well, in that case,
so I couldn't tell you why the fear thing is here. Do I get any suggestion from the history of why the fear thing would be like this?
Nothing from the history, no.
Okay.
All right. Well, I am going to start walking towards the statue, and I suggest everybody else who is good at fighting at range not get onto this stage with me.
Okay.
I mean, I'm way ahead of you on that one. I am not getting anywhere near that statue if you paid me.
All right. Well, I won't go near it either then.
I'm gonna pull out the mace and I'm gonna go investigate the statue.
Okay. You pull out your mace. You walk up to the statue. Every footstep that you take as you get closer and closer is harder and harder to take. You almost feel like being pushed back. You feel that sense of fear. All the hairs on the back of your neck are standing up. You feel like something's watching you. Maybe, when you're watching a scary movie and there's about to be a jump scare? It's that feeling.
I'm basically just walking like Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura with this talisman.
However, you do make it up to the base of the statue. So the statue, just to clear something up, just because you've sort of said stage a couple of times now, the plinth that the statue is standing on is sort of just large enough for the statue. It's not huge. There's not a lot of room for you to stand up on top of it with the statue there, although you probably could if you hung
So-
onto the statue.
This seems like a really weird thing for them to just like build an amphitheater around a statue that has just a fucking awful aura.
Yeah, that
Like-
just doesn't want you to be there. It seems very
Yeah.
odd, which is why I'm so
Yeah.
interested in it.
It's very strange.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna kind of investigate the statue, see if there's any hidden switches, levers, poke it in the eye, see what happens.
okay, so you're sort of like running your hands over it, sort of feeling things and seeing what
Yep.
you do. Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation roll, please.
I am going to guide myself because I'm bad at this.
Okay.
Is there any chance I can stay kind of close to Magnus in case he needs help?
Yeah.
I'll be like
You don't have
50.
You don't have the
What's
fear
that?
effect, right? You didn't have.
I
the
mean,
fear effect.
everybody. I ended the fear effect on everybody with my
That's
channel
right.
divinity.
Oh,
You
you
did.
did, yeah.
So yeah, same deal as you start to approach, like cold sweat on your brow. It's hard, but you can absolutely get as close or as you like to the statue.
I'll give me and Magnus a 20-foot berth just in case, you know.
Okay. Wise.
I'm gonna be about be probably about 40 foot away from it.
Okay. And Adriel, are you with Lunara?
Yeah, I'm with Lenara.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe
Mega
spread out
roll,
a little
guys.
bit, but yeah, you can do it. Oh wow! Oh, what an incredible roll!
Can't-
Like I said, mega. For Magnus, that's top tier.
So you feel all over the statue. There are no hidden levers or buttons or anything else. It almost seems as though the feet are joined into the stone that they are resting on, even though they're two different stones. You can't find any seams or cracks. Your guess is this was probably carved out of magic, just based on the lack of tool markings. And it is as detailed and as finely chiseled or finely made as it was the day it was created. There's no wear on it anywhere. And this is a 1,000-year-old statue. It's very strange.
Because I mean, you said this amphitheater had like no sand or anything blown into it too, right?
That's correct. The floor of the amphitheater is clean. It's the going up to the amphitheater is not. And it's sort of half buried from the back, kind of. But then when you walk into the amphitheater, the floor is you can see the paved stones on the floor. You can probably see old blood stains even. And then this statue.
There's old blood stains on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did I not mention that? Yes, there's old blood stains on the floor.
Maybe this was
Whereabouts?
where
I would be interested in
sacrifices
checking out the.
were.
Yeah, is it like a sacrificial altar kind of deal, or is it just like there was fighting in the amphitheater?
Give me let's call it a survival check.
Oh boy. Can I guide myself for this?
Uh-huh. 13. The blood doesn't seem contained to one specific area, nor do you see any anything that would indicate sacrifices. There is a small metal loop in the floor that looks like it could be used to chain something to. But other than that, the bloodstains are kind of all over the place. You suspect probably more fighting in here than anything else. Or a trap that activates randomly.
No trap activates randomly. Somebody does something to activate a trap. I will point out the bloodstains. to anybody that's interested and be like, hey, don't come into this area. Anywhere where you see blood, don't stand near it.
Detect with like I'll probably be having detect magic running. Am I literally only seeing magic coming off of the statue?
Yes.
And
Probably
trying to think what
okay.
kind
So
of
probably a little bit. No, you know what? It would all be emanating from the statue. I will say this: it's quite strong magic.
uh-huh.
Um, it, obviously, probably 1,000 years old, and spells disintegrate over time. So the fact that like
Mm.
that pure fear effect is so strong
Hmm.
probably means there's more than a fear effect on it. Do you want to go ahead and roll me an Arcana, actually?
Yes, I would love to. I'd love to think about the nature of the thing here. Arcana. Oh, good.
We've got all the best rolls tonight.
We have. This is good. This
Starting
is
off
how we
strong.
intend to go on.
So Lunara, as you think about the statue and the magics, all you really know is that these magics must be very powerful in order
Mm.
to have withstood the test of time as they have. Um, you're also aware, thanks to your spell, that the magic is emanating from the statue, and that seems to be sort of having effect on the region. So the
Okay.
floors are clean in here. That's kind of the vibe you get. Unfortunately, you're not going to get any more info with an 8.
Am I getting a school of magic from the detect?
Oh, that is a good question. It's kind of a couple of schools mixed together.
Okay.
So one would be necromancy,
Okay.
and the other one. Oh, sorry, I'm just looking up the school.
And it's clearly higher than 5th level magic. Curious.
So that would be a I don't know the school of it. I'm sorry. I will keep looking while you guys keep playing.
That's okay.
When in doubt, abjuration. It's always abjuration.
It
Okay, open to
actually
ideas.
says okay, so here's the thing. This spell does not exist in 5e.
Okay.
Full disclosure, like I'm gonna talk to you guys metagame a little bit here. Because we were playing a module from earlier editions, I'm doing a little bit of DM cludging together.
Sure.
So in second edition statistics, this would be considered an alteration spell.
Okay.
In 3.5, the school was considered a universal. And then it stopped being a thing in 5th edition because they changed the mechanic for it.
Alteration
And the important information is it's 16d12 damage if you fuck with it, probably.
So can we just say it's like ancient magic before the spell play kind of thing?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like this is old magic. This
Yeah,
is
it's very old
complicated,
magic.
more powerful than I
That's
could
when I
pick
was
apart.
a young girl.
Open to ideas. We can topple the statue. We can.
Why do we
I
want
don't
to
know if
destroy
that's-
it?
I don't know if
I don't know,
that's the
because
thing
making
we
us
can
all
do.
feel weird and it's full of magic.
I assume there's no there's obviously like a background, like the bathing of magic in the entire area, but there's no like sources of magic in the actual like amphitheater itself around where the blood marks are. None of that.
Correct, yes. The only magic
Okay.
that you can sense is coming from the statue, even if you sort of walk around the amphitheater to kind of cover it all with your spell. But you're correct. It's sort of like it's being bathed in the magic of the statue.
Okay. I'm really not sure. We don't have a lot to
No.
go on.
Now, the last temple we were in was like the trickster god, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you figure the theme of this one's going to be?
I mean, from what I gather from his history, this guy's just lazy, and I don't think that makes for a particularly interesting temple. So, your guess is as good
When
as
you
mine.
when you say that, Magnus just looks at the statue right in the face and says, "Open sesame."
Perhaps the statue is just there to scare people away.
Maybe stop people from leaving. I'm gonna send Quoth up to just have a look around the area just to see if there's anything else nearby that we can maybe, like, if this is like a borderline to stop people from leaving.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a roll from Quoth.
Okay. Perception +3. Let's go. Oh, good.
I see. Even Quoth is in on this train.
Yeah, Quoth is having a bad day.
There's a little bit of sand and dust that's been kicked up. It's in Quoth's size. There's enough wind today on the desert that Quoth can't get a great overview of everything. Everything's sort of covered in a fine dust cloud. From what Quoth can see, this is really the only structure. You do know, Lunar, from your research, because you did a ton of it before you came here, that this was part of a larger sort of city area.
Larger complex, okay.
But this seems to be all that is remaining above the surface. The other thing I will remind you guys, because it has been a while, is you are looking for a crypt, the crypt of Badir al-Mosas. It's weird that you're looking at a statue of him in an amphitheater.
It is. I'm fully aware of how weird that is. I guess if Lunara's not kind of creeped out by it quite so much anymore, she'll come up and try and have a look at the statue herself and try and see if she can spot any detail that that Magnus missed.
Sure. Go ahead, make an investigation, please.
Okay. Investigation. Oh, fuck you, game.
No.
I honestly thought you were going to roll higher than me, and it was just going to be like, you trip over the entrance to the mausoleum. Oh, okay, awesome, perfect.
There's a sign here that says push. How did you miss that?
Big red button.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same as.
Just get sand in my eyes. I just get sand in my eyes. I can't see shit.
Yeah.
Even through the welding glasses, I somehow get sand in my eyes and I can't see shit.
Sand gets everywhere.
Of course, it gets everywhere. So the other possibility is that there's some kind of ritual for entrance, like some kind of blood ritual, but I'm borderline on that. I don't know how good an idea that is. I don't really want to start kind of spreading blood around here and seeing what happens.
Well, I was wondering if he was like known for having strong champions or something. Did we have to prove our worth in an arena? Or maybe he's known as a famous playwright and we need to recite a sonnet or some crap up here.
I mean, Kirsty said I didn't really. There wasn't really a lot to know about him. But
no, he's just all around mid.
Well. He's just aggressively medium. Like, yeah, nothing of like fighting pits or
Nope.
anything like that. Combat. Like trials by blood or trials by combat, even.
Nope.
Hate to say it, but it might have been nice to have the skull here.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but then I thought about how much it just natters on and
same. Helpful but annoying.
Does Uzmagarius have any useful information about what we should do here?
That's a good
Fetch
question.
the child.
He is the god of magic, right? So like
Yep.
I'm gonna do a little.
Gonna say 8-year-old.
Yes, the 8-year-old who was playing with sand piles earlier. We're gonna ask her.
Is this session becoming Are We Smarter Than an 8-year-old?
Well, the good news
Evidently
is
not.
She is far from an 8-year-old.
The GM rolled an 8 on that. So I'm with you. The good news is I'm with you on the bad rolls.
Yay! Together.
Usmagar's just sort of, she looks up at you and she just sort of shrugs and says, don't know.
Hmm. Also, provisional title for the episode: Are we smarter than an 8,000-year-old?
Oh boy, yeah, I don't know what to do.
What's the statue doing? Is it just like what's the pose it's in? Is that important at all?
So the it has its robes gathered in one arm, and it's holding a scepter in the other. And it's sort of looking straight forward, and its arms are sort of raised out in like ballet second position kind of idea. And that's about it. Feet firmly
Okay.
planted on the plinth.
I'm gonna send Quoth up to kind of land on its shoulder, land right next to its head,
Okay.
and then look through Quoth's eyes to try and see where the statue's looking to see if that is any kind of clue.
Interesting. Okay. The statue is looking out at just into the amphitheater seats.
Okay. Okay, and they're holding a scepter. What does this scepter look like? Is there anything?
It's still carved into that blue stone, but it is very similar to other scepters. And again, Lunara, I'm just gonna say that you would know this based on your background. It's a scepter indicating status.
Okay.
There's nothing magical about it or anything like that. It's it's kind of like the Egyptian, the crook and the
Sure, yeah.
thing that all the
What?
I
pharaohs.
send Quoth to get a
Yeah.
closer look at the scepter anyway, to just sit on it and see what happens.
Sure. Quoth sort of sits on it. It's at a little bit of an angle, so Quoth's sort of doing that awkward bird pose.
Yeah.
But nothing happens. It doesn't move. It doesn't seem to be loose in his hand. In fact, it seems to be seamlessly carved in with the hand, as though this whole piece was carved from one piece of rock.
This is an impressive piece of carving that did this. Curious. I'm mostly drawing a blank here, to be honest.
But you're the smart one.
I know, and that's the problem.
Are we allowed to do just intelligence checks to see if we can figure it out?
Yeah,
I
sure.
was gonna say we're rapidly approaching
Yeah.
smash it to bits stage or pick it
Yeah.
up stage.
Yeah, Lunara will try and do thinking because my brain is not working. It's 26 degrees here at the moment. My brain
God.
is not my brain is not factored for that temperature.
Is that hot?
So
That's hot, right? Or cold?
26 Celsius is Alexa. What's 26 Celsius in Fahrenheit?
78.8.
Oh, that's a nice day.
I'm in Britain. We don't
I
go
was gonna
over
say.
20 degrees Celsius very often.
Oh.
It's also a big difference between a humid area and like a
Yeah, that's
arid
true.
area.
Yeah. We're not humid.
Yeah.
It hits 26
Okay.
here. You're basically swimming through the air.
We're not too different in climate. Okay, I'll try and do an intelligence check.
Okay.
Normal intelligence. Please don't fuck me, Gil. Yay!
Ah, thank goodness.
Ah,
I'm like, how can I help them? But I've got
Lunara
none
goes
of your
into her
rolls
mind
were like
palace.
giving me a chance. Okay, so Lunara, you how can I hint towards this? You know that obviously it makes sense to you that a fear spell would be put on place to keep you away from a statue.
Yeah.
So you suspect there's something hidden in and around the statue that it's hard to find because of the fear effect, and that would drive people
Okay.
away. You've
Yeah.
searched and you haven't found any buttons or cogs. Is that enough of a clue to start with, or do you want me just to keep going?
Maybe give me a little bit more.
You feel like maybe it might be something in the base.
Okay. Okay. So Lunara will go like, "How? We haven't looked much at the base, like the down at the feet of the statue. Maybe let's have an investigate around there."
Magnus goes like, they go right into the ground. It's just blue and then marble.
And then blue again.
And then blue. Okay, Lunara will come and have a look. Come and do a little investigation. Give a fine-tooth comb.
Okay.
We'll give you guidance.
That would be appreciated. Do you want an investigation check from me?
Yes, please.
Okay. Plus guidance. 19.
There we go. Lunara, as you're investigating, you sort of lean up against the base as you're kind of pushing and prodding and trying to see if there's anything there. And that white bit just slides.
Oh.
And the whole thing just slides,
Whee!
revealing a shaft going down through the center of the plinth.
Here we are. Found it.
Well, I mean,
Lunara
that
says
is
slightly
rather
sheepishly.
convenient. Did you find like a button or something? I mean, I don't know. I gave it a pretty good
just,
look
like-
over, and it's
So
magic.
like I just
isn't
kind
it?
of like pushed the white bit and it moved. Is that correct?
You pushed it with your magic.
Yeah.
No way I would have missed something like that. Right? Who wants to go down the hole first?
I can always send the bird in if you want.
I mean, I'm fine with it. You're the one putting the bird at risk.
He's okay. He'll be back if things go wrong.
Okay.
I am interested in seeing how a bird flies straight down the hole. It is a crow, right? Does it just
Yep.
like close its wings and fall?
Yeah,
That's a
just
good
plummet.
point, actually.
I'll be
You
right
know what?
back.
My budgies used to do that.
Hmm.
They would just like close their wings and then like flutter like mad near the ground.
Hmm.
They were stupid birds.
Quoth is not a particularly smart bird in his own right, so he'll do something similar.
All right. I need Quoth to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
This might end badly. Dexterity, normal roll, public dex. 12.
That is enough. A
Yay.
blade shoots out about 80 feet down this shaft. And it shoots out, but Quoth hears it, and because he's plummeting so fast because his wings are closed, he is able to dodge the effect. And Quoth makes it all the way down to the bottom. And when he does, he finds himself in a large sort of circular room with 4 of your favorite friends, hallways, branching off from it.
Oh, always. Our mortal enemy. So sorry,
How far down?
Circular room?
So this doesn't get to the bottom. He passes through this huge 30-foot diameter domed chamber. And then the shaft continues down.
Okay, he'll probably stop at the domed chamber.
He's going to stop at the domed chamber. Okay.
Yeah, and
then
like
fly
just
back
have a
out
little
up.
look and then fly back up, yeah.
Sure. Okay. So, there's a huge 30-foot diameter domed chamber. There are 4 arched corridors situated at compass points that lead off into the darkness. How much is Quoth's dark vision?
That's a weird thing. He doesn't have dark vision, but he gives me dark vision. So
Right.
I don't There's something that's not really explained with the
Not
subclass.
written terribly well there.
No.
So I'm going to say that he can see, based on the light that's coming through the top, he can see that
Mm.
these tunnels branch off, but he can't see how
Sure.
far they go or where they go to.
We could always, like, if Chris is okay with it, we could like cast light on a pebble or something and give it to him to hold so he can see what he's doing down there.
Let me just see if I've got light.
If you have light, I
Has it in
thought
his
someone
speed,
did. Oh,
act like a flashlight.
yeah. I thought
I
someone
do
did. It might
not
have
have
been
light. I am
like
a
Madriel?
dark.
I have light. Sorry, yeah. I have
Okay,
light.
yeah. If you could cast. I remember someone having it, but I couldn't
Yeah.
remember whether it was which one of you. But yeah, if you'd be okay to do that, then
Yeah.
yeah, he can have a little flashlight.
I touch the
Okay,
pebble
so
and it
Quoth
glows.
flies back up,
Yep.
picks up a pebble from
Yep.
Adriel, who casts light on it. It starts to glow, and he starts to head back down. At that 80-foot mark again, and the blade swings out again. I need another dexterity saving throw from Quoth,
I mean,
please.
he would be ready for it this time, surely.
I'll give him advantage because he knows it's
Thank you.
there.
Dexterity.
An
Ugh,
11 is not enough. He gets hit by the
Fuck.
blade this time.
fuck.
The pebble continues to fall without him, and Quoth disappears.
Bamps out of existence. Okay.
So
Well,
it
didn't
activates
quite work
going
out then.
down, but not coming up. Yes.
Correct. It did not activate going up.
Interesting.
That was going to be I was going to say that before we started doing
Hmm.
anything. I was going to be like, just throw the pebble down in case that blade shoots out again. But-
That might have been worth doing. Oh well. Never mind. He'll come back next time I take a short rest. And I now have advantage against that trap forever.
Until you disassemble it. Right. So I guess you know that the shaft goes down 80 feet to a blade.
Yes. Yes.
How much further from that is the domed room?
Good question. It does not specify. I'm going to say another 80 feet. So that would be 160 feet to the domed room.
And then the shaft continues going down past that.
Correct.
So jumping in and hoping for the best is probably not a great idea.
That is probably how we die.
Again.
Yeah. I do not have Featherfall in any way, shape, or form. That's probably
There's
something
not
I
a
should
ladder
get
bolted to
from
the
Ghostbusters.
wall on this thing, right?
No such luck.
What is the stone surface like? Is it like smooth? Is it climbable?
It is climbable, but it is very smooth and it is a long way to fall.
Well, we've got that ring that we can attach rope to up here. Theoretically, that's anchored into the ground.
True.
And then if we can get somebody to disable that blade, we don't have to worry about it cutting our rope as we descend further.
Yeah.
Somebody very dexterous.
Somebody who's really good at like
Who's-
dodging fast-moving things.
Who
Could even
that
grab them out of
be?
midair.
Who could do that? If only we knew such a person.
But who?
Hell if I know.
I mean, do you not already
Me.
have the monk slowfall? Yeah. Specifically you.
In character, by the way. Oh.
Yeah.
I'll readjust my my shirt. Sort of wrap it up a little bit more tight because it's a little loose fitting because we're outside right now. All right.
I suggest before we send him down, we take stock of all of our rope and see if
Yeah.
we've even got enough to reach the bottom.
I've got rope.
So yeah, we have some rope.
I know. I think I have some that comes with the explorer's pack. I'm just trying to see if there's a way for me to read this.
Yeah, I've got 15
Um,
myself.
Yeah. I think it's 50 foot of rope is kind of the standard amount in most packs.
Yeah, it is.
I just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure it actually came with the Explorers pack, 'cause I know some don't actually come with rope.
It does. Explorers, yes.
Oh, okay.
So I have it myself.
Mine does not. My Scholar's Pack does not come with rope. I do have an Endless Decanter, so if you wanted me to flood the entire place, we could do that.
That might take a long time. We have no idea how big this maze of tunnels is.
How far is it
True.
down again?
I keep...
160 to the domed
Yeah,
room.
60.
Yeah.
Oh, I've only got 100.
I have 50 feet of rope.
50.
Well-
All right. Who
Still
was the
10
top?
feet
Oh,
short,
wait.
plus
Hemp is
whatever
rope,
the
right?
extra.
I'll
Yeah,
catch you. Except Mags. Won't catch him. Big bastard.
I can fly the last bit. That's not a big deal. Really, I guess we just need enough to get down to where the blade is and find a way to
deal with
disarm
that
it.
first. Deal with that first,
we
and
can
then we can work out what to do next.
So we'll have to tie these three together.
Mm.
Which
And I suggest
Nice.
tying it to the anchor.
I assume I'll
Yeah.
volunteer for as well. None of you know how to
I
tie
mean,
a
Do you,
knot.
do you really trust my not tying? Because I'll tie it if you want, but
Oh, you got sausage fingers, mate.
Mhm.
this one's never really bent right after the fight.
No offense.
He just holds his hand up, and there's one that's like kind of crooked.
Does anybody else have more? Is in it? Does anybody have more sleight of hand than I do?
My sleight of hand is +1, so I'm guessing you're already going to be the winner.
Alright,
I have -1.
I have a
Alright, I'll-
+2.
two. All right, I'll tie it with my +5.
Can I give
Oh,
advantage with my wisdom?
Hang on a second. I have potions of climbing that we could use as a backup here. Just double check what that actually does. Yeah, you gain a climbing speed equal to your walking speed for an hour. So, Wei, how would you like to climb like a zoomy thing?
Fly, dearest.
Oh yeah, you
Yes.
can fly. Okay, fair. Okay,
How about
fine.
that? I've got wings on
I
my
did.
boots.
You do.
Literally. And I show them off. They're probably like near the top of it.
So
So
one
we
more
have
quick question
two-
about this shaft. How big is the shaft? Is it like 5 feet across, 10 feet across?
Out of context.
Yeah. How big is this statue shaft? You know, really important questions.
You would guess probably 15 feet across.
Oh, okay, so it's well, not
Look,
too
look.
far for maybe 2 people back to back, but it's too far for one person to just give me
Listen,
down.
I can carry Adri and Luna, but not Magnus. So
Well,
can
we've
fly,
got
that's fine.
We've got 2 potions of climbing.
we don't need to use both of them.
No.
Maybe
Like
one
I'll
of them.
use one and you can carry Adriel.
What's Magnus going to be doing?
I can fly. I'll fly my way down. That's
You sure
fine.
about that?
Yep.
Is your
I
flying
can
a...
levitate, but that's a spell slot.
Don't blow your spell slots,
Yeah.
guys. We're entering a
I,
dungeon.
Mine-
I didn't mean to
Mine's
cast
not a
it.
spell.
I meant to just look
Mine-
at it.
Yeah, I know. We're like, don't use it. Save it. Save everything.
Mine's not a spell. It's one of my channel divinity things. So
We need a short rest. Get that back just in case. Yeah. I mean, we could just climb the rope.
Yeah.
I mean, if worse comes to worse and we gotta go back up, I can just fly. I could just literally have the rope in hand and shoot back up
Yeah, true.
by flying. So rope's probably the best
Okay.
because it'll be
I'll
physically
keep the
there, and we can
I'll keep the potions
climbing.
of climbing to hand just in case.
Yeah, climbing. I would say save the climbing for an emergency, where it's like, all
Okay.
right, this thing's chasing us, and just down it
Yeah.
and run up the wall.
Sure. I can also fire Roman candles down there if you want to. We've got all the fireworks from earlier, so
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the fireworks.
Well,
we have 20 nearly fireworks. We have 18 fireworks. So not that I'm going to keep suggesting them as solutions to things, but we have nearly 20 fireworks.
Okay, so
All
I'll
right.
bridge
Fireworks
our
solution
3
to
ropes
everything.
together
Okay, yeah,
if we'll do it.
and I give him advantage with my wisdom of not tying.
you sure can. I will I will say that you can point out the flaws in his knots. That was a granny knot. Make sure you do a reef knot. And go ahead and okay, 16. Yeah, you do a really good job of connecting the two ropes. You've done a lot of traveling. You've probably seen a lot of knots used in your time, both over wagons and boats and things. And so you know how to connect two ropes safely. And you do so, and you have a really long stretch of rope. So how long of rope are you making? Is this like
The whole
two
thing.
50-foot pieces to make 100 feet, or is this 3 pieces to make 150?
3 for 150.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Don't throw all of it down the shaft until you disable that blade.
All right. And I'll tie
Maybe
it
like
around.
we'll tie it off up here, and then you're good to give it a shot, I guess.
We find a couple of extra rocks just in case. Anchor it.
Yeah, we can have a look around for some big rocks to anchor it down, I guess.
I mean, you can tie it around the leg of the statue.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
isn't
but
there that like iron ring or whatever that we saw? Isn't
Yep,
that like an
there's an
anchor
iron
for somebody to
ring.
be chained to?
Yep,
Probably.
you can
Probably
absolutely
good.
use that. That's quite close nearby.
Yeah.
I like to
We'll do
have
that.
contingency plans though, just in case the classic movie trope happens and it breaks, something breaks.
Mhm.
I'm just picturing us putting a rock on there and then his swinging back and forth trying to climb down just slowly saws through the rope.
What level am I?
Okay, so it's tied into the hook, and then you're putting a rock on top way. Is that how you're handling this?
Yeah, just to or rather try to push rocks together and just hold it further in place.
Sure.
What's the level? 5 times.
All right. Yeah, you
Alright.
find some rocks nearby. I mean, you're in a sort of ruined area. There's some amphitheater bits that you can take and stack them up. You feel pretty confident that they would hold your weight. You give the rope a little test.
Oh, I don't even need to do
Um,
that. I could just fly down.
Well, I know, but you're worried about like your friends and everything, right? So
Yeah,
you
I will be guiding the rope sort of down, making sure it's safe to come, it's safe to
right,
come down.
absolutely.
Right.
So you make it down to the 80-foot mark with no problem as you fly down with your boots of flying. And when you get to that point, what are you going to do?
Blade. Uh,
Do you hover
so
above it? Do you go below it? I will say you can quite easily see that there is a like a channel that runs all the way around, and it seems as though this blade comes out and cuts across the whole tunnel.
around the hole.
Yeah,
It comes from one side, but it's like a big sickle and goes all the way across to the other side.
exactly.
Just to cut rope of people trying to go steal from the grave.
That's
Alright.
probably why.
Do I see it? Is it protruding outwards, or is this sort of like a recessed thing?
It's a recessed thing, so you can just see the channel where it goes.
Okay, but I would assume it would be too difficult to actually see where the position of where the blade is at the moment.
It depends on. So you can go and put your eye up to it, but it hasn't gone off yet. So I'd be
I
a little
will-
concerned about
I'll
that.
Take
go
out a
upside
salami.
down.
Take
No,
a salami out. Put the salami through. See what
I
happens.
go upside down. I'll tie my hair into an actual tight bun, and I'll very sheepishly peer into the slots. The big slit.
Okay. Are you above the
I'm above it.
80-foot mark, or you're above it? Okay, you
Yeah.
peer down into it. It is quite dark, but you can see on the east side of the thing, you can see sort of the glint of a blade. You don't really see a mechanism that triggers it.
Okay.
And as you're looking, there is that mechanical noise, and you hear the blade come whipping out. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw, please. I'm going to give you advantage because you're aware that this is coming,
Oh,
and it's a good
thank you.
thing I did.
Thank you.
You don't lose your top knot. You whip your head out of the way just in time as the blade it cuts right across the entire uh, uh, shaft, and slides into the. It's almost like a two-handed saw blade almost, and it just comes whipping out across and sort of lodges and is now sitting on the other side of the tunnel.
Okay.
Hmm.
There was no way. There's really no way around it, is there?
We have stone shape or something. You could shape the stone on the one side so it can't come back out.
Yeah, I assume the slits are a little. It's quite thin, so I can't really lodge any large rocks in its jam mechanism.
You couldn't lodge any large rocks in it to jam it,
Easy for you to
but
say.
Pittons?
you could, yeah, you could potentially lodge it, blah, blah, something, words, something possible.
Yeah, that's an idea. You could jam pitons through the wall into the slot. It might. I mean, all you have to really do is deflect the blade enough to destroy the mechanism.
I don't have any of that. I'm gonna come back up.
Okay.
Got any more rocks? Smaller ones?
We had a climber's kit before, but I think that might have been our rogue friend.
I do it with a shovel at this point.
I'm sure we've probably got a shovel somewhere, surely. Or I've got daggers I can spare. I never use them. I have 2
oh,
daggers.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have 2
Give me-
daggers.
Give.
Yeah, I hand over my daggers. I'm literally never going to use these things. I have Eldritch Blast.
Give me all you got.
If you want mine too, you can have them.
I've
Nice,
got
you daggers.
pitons. I've got 9 pitons left.
Save them.
Okay.
You could use those to kind of help secure the rope, I guess.
Valuable. I'm looking at our valuables right now. Are they still accurate to what we?
I
or
think
have we
so.
sold them all already?
I think I've tried to clear stuff that we don't have anymore, so I think we do have all of that.
All right,
I've
give me the
marked
chain.
when things gone.
Give me the chain mail. Give me the hammer, and give me a few of them short swords.
Okay. The short swords. I think Lunara's lost. I've lost mine. Willem has 3 of his. I think Adriel has 2 of those remaining. We have 2 Duragar ones.
I give you.
I'll give you the Duragar ones and the.
Give me the
yeah.
Tiragar. Give me a
I think
hammer.
just edit those.
Hammer
Okay,
would be.
hammer.
Give me the chain mail. I could slip. I could just
Yeah.
slip it in because it's flexible.
Sure.
It should be
Pass
fine.
the Duragar. We've got 2 Duragar chainmail, so I'll give you one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be right back. Actually, hold on to the rope. I'm not gonna take the rope down anymore, but I am going to go back down to the 80-foot mark
Okay.
and gingerly stuff the chainmail first into the slot because it's the most flexible. It just sort of like a piece of like a t-shirt. Or like a paper shredding machine. You just gingerly put it into the slot.
Paper shredding machine. I like that. Yeah. Okay. It slides in. The chainmail is just the right thickness that it goes in there quite nicely. And if you can get something to lodge it, you feel like this might work.
How does
You
this-
have a hammer. You could probably do it.
is the hammer thin enough to actually get in there?
The hammer's not thin enough to get in there, but if you're feeding the chainmail in, you could like bunch up some of it and give it a good whack with
Good
the
whack,
hammer
yeah.
Yeah.
and sort of. Yeah, okay. Let's call this another sleight of hand check, please.
Sure.
I'm gonna give you advantage on this because I think this is quite clever.
Oh,
23.
Oh, yeah.
is good.
You give it a few good whacks, and as you do, you hear the mechanism click into place, and it start to go, and there's a sound as the blade hits the chainmail, and then you hear the sound of like grinding gears, and then you hear that awful noise where like the cogs slip out of gear, and everything just kind of grinds and seems to stop.
Was it built in
Nice.
past life? Just in case, I'm gonna slip some of the Duergar short swords in there too. Just slot them right in.
Sure.
Just in
You have to
case.
use the hammer to like bash them in to
Oh, yeah,
make
no
it
problem.
really hold, but you feel like this is really secure now. This is going nowhere.
Gotta make sure this thing's proper busted.
Somewhere a Duergar like blacksmith is crying and they don't know why.
Yeah.
All right, I'll come back up. Give the okay. All right, start climbing.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and lay the rope down.
Okay, you lay the rope down.
I'm gonna descend
So
quickly.
with the fact that you've tied it, and sort of brought it down over the edge, you're probably talking, say you've got about 15 feet above the edge of the floor of the dome. So Wei, you make it down with your winged boots. You have no trouble. Who else? How does everyone else get down? Are you using the rope or are you making it down some other way?
I'll just slide down the rope.
Yeah. I think I'll
Okay.
try and get down the rope.
All right.
Not happy
So
about it, but do it.
I'm not going to make you guys do climb checks to go down a rope. I don't think that is going to be an issue, but I do have a question as to how you are going to get that last 15 feet.
I'll take him.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can
Just-
sort of guide people and bring them over, no problem. And that means that I need to move your. I put all your tokens on the GM layer on this. In
Jump,
case
I'll
somebody
catch ya.
wants to go first.
And as they jump, I immediately. And this is exactly why you don't trust anyone in life. And I turn to the camera and sell my self-help book. Never trust anyone. Buy now. 3 payments. $49.99.
Why are you doing this to us?
I will say, Magnus will be the last to go down. Is he sure that the rope will handle all 240 pounds of him plus his armor and gear?
I mean,
Yeah.
I can hold on to some of your gear if you want.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, like, otherwise he's gonna start like throwing stuff down the shaft and just by catch.
Yeah, Magnus, you some of your pieces, you probably have to take off your armor and then put it back on. It's probably easier to climb when you're not wearing full armor anyway. But you do make it down to the bottom with all of your gear intact.
All right, get dressed, pretty boy.
Better than falling all the way down.
Yeah, it's not deep.
Not deep. You see that hole? I'm gonna take a look over the hole. I can see pretty far in the dark.
Yeah, it's nothing. I can do
Yeah,
it.
how far can you see?
I think
in
it's
the
like
dark?
130 feet.
You cannot see the bottom.
Yeah, I have
Yeah, okay,
120. I have 120 foot dark vision. And I don't think.
Oh,
I'd
so
be
maybe
beyond
it's
them either.
twice that. Because mine's pretty crazy long.
Hang on.
Eyes of Night. 300 feet. I can see 300 feet. Sorry.
Oh, you can see 300. So you can see the bottom. Oh, sorry. It's 120 feet below to the bottom of
Okay,
the
so I can
shaft
see it
from
too.
where you are right now. So you can see it too, Lenara. My apologies.
Yeah.
It looks to be the shaft continues down for a ways and then it opens up and there's just no shaft anymore until you see floor. And the floor that you can see looks like a natural cavern down below. You can't see a ton, but
that's the trap pit. You're not supposed to go all the way down. This is the floor we want to be on.
Wait. What were you doing with the kid?
Oh, yeah. Is the kid coming
Uh,
down with us? I think she is, right?
Oh, that's a good point.
We're not gonna leave it out
probably
there.
not.
Up
Probably
there.
not. Well, yeah, it's not the best of ideas to leave her out there, but it's also probably not the best of ideas for her to be down here with us too. So
Well, we could, if we were going to leave her behind, we should have done that in town.
yeah,
I think
I guess
Gorm
she comes
wanted
with
the
us.
kid with us.
She
Yeah.
can take care of
Okay.
herself.
All right. She will
Oh boy.
come down with you. Where's my
Uh,
token from
I'll just carry her down. She's like 8 and she's wearing nothing.
here? Yeah. Okay.
Now,
Hey, is our
Lord,
little light?
you stay here and watch the rope. All right? Just in case we get attacked and we need to get out.
Her eyes roll back into her head, and she looks at you with like just the whites of her eyes, and she says, "There is great danger here."
Precisely,
we
which
know.
why
This is why we need you to stay here.
you're about 3'2". You're not very tall or strong. You're a bit light. You're not wearing any armor, right? So
I'm not
stay
wearing any
here.
armor.
Watch the rope.
I will stay behind.
Yeah, I've got a little sweetie for you in my pocket.
I like sweeties.
It's just dried fruit. We don't have candy in this world right now. Sugar's at a premium, kid.
Mm.
She's more than happy to have some
I've got
dried fruit
trail
and
mix
trail mix.
and loose pennies.
All right, Grandma. Looking down this shaft, is the little lit up pebble down there?
Yes.
Nothing seems to be like approaching it or investigating it.
No.
Well, that's good at least.
Hmm.
Why does this statue behind me have like 16 swords?
Yeah, so there's 4 statues, one at the end of each of these hallways, as I'm sure you have seen. And they are all in slightly different poses. I'll give you a quick overview, and then you can investigate them further if you so desire. So first of all, I did my best to match up. I've told you about this before with how I don't have the actual maps for this, and I'm
Sure.
doing my best guess as to the artist's impression of which of these areas are, but it's a little bit wonky, so if they don't match up perfectly, that's why. So A is the one to the south. So this one here, we're going to start there, and we're just going to go around in order that they're written in the book. So these hallways are all 10 feet wide. They're all 20 feet long, and it's an arched hallway. And this statue here its body is pierced by all of these 2-foot-long shining blades that stud its body. The blades point towards the corridor and the shaft, down the corridor towards the shaft. And if you
Sorry, that was
zoom
the
in,
one to the south or the one to the
that's the one to the south.
west?
If you zoom in, you can sort of see that there's like the tips of blades that sort of like point outwards from the body. He's actually been pierced.
Oh, I see. Yep. I see. Pierced by 2-foot-long blades.
Yeah. The next one here is a statue of a woman with 6 arms and the head of a fish. The statue spans the entire corridor. In each hand is a gleaming sword with something dripping from it.
6 arms. This is the one to the east.
That's the one to the east.
Okay, of a fish. Each arm is holding a sword. They drip with something. Okay.
C is the one to the north.
Oh, I'm gonna turn on my lantern because I can't see.
Sure.
Yeah, my vision isn't great for some reason either.
Oh.
Like, I'm looking at Seb's stream. His vision is much better than mine, but I could not see shit.
Would you guys just like me to give you 300 foot of dark vision for a while?
I mean, that would be nice.
Your vision is good on my screen.
It's fine now because of the lamp being on, but without the
Oh.
lamp on, it was like I barely had any vision at all.
Oh.
Whereas Adriel could see like it was day, almost, or at least it seemed to from the Twitch stream.
Because I have a weird nocturnal thing going on your.
Ah.
I apologize. Let me fix that. Okay.
Okay.
That should be fixed now, and I will
Okay, thank you.
also update your token so that it stays like that.
Thank you.
Update to default token. Okay. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Alrighty, so the one to the north now is what we're doing next.
Yep.
Oh, my caps lock without a shift, but you get the idea.
Mhm.
At the end of this corridor stands a statue of an Ifrit. Its arms are folded and its eyes hooded, its mouth opened.
Its arms are folded, its eyes hooded, its mouth open.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the last one.
Whatever boats your float, I guess.
Whatever boat your
The
float.
Western statue.
The western statue is over here at the far end of the corridor, blah, blah, blah. Stands a statue carved into the back wall. Each of its 4 arms holds silver bows with arrows at the ready.
Silver bow in each of its 4 arms with arrows at the ready. How is it, if it's holding 4 bows, how is it knocking them all simultaneously?
It's just magic. Yes.
It's an elf. Okay, not to be a
Speaking of
jerk, but
which-
are the east and western ones flipped?
Actually, yeah, I think they might be. 6 arms, each holding sword. Yeah, I think they are flipped.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going nuts. I was like, I could have sworn the sword guys to the west.
Sorry, yes. I pinged that one, but I think I said east instead of west.
Yeah, that's fine. I will correct my notes.
Oh yeah.
Eastern statue,
So and this
silver
is
sword.
what I mean about this. So the bows are the bows are in the east corridor.
The bows are the east and the swords are to the west.
Swords are to the west. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to
That
make sure I had that straight
bad,
in
I
my head.
misspoke. Yes, yes, you're correct. The other thing that I would like to say is that there is some magic here. Lunar, I know you've always got
Okay.
your your detect magic up. And I did see you kind of walk around the outer edge of the shaft there, having a look.
Yeah.
So there is magic from the north statue that... Oh, sorry, no, there's not. There's only magic from the east statue.
Okay.
It is on, seems to be on those arrows that are knocked, those silver arrows.
Okay.
And it would be of the school, I think, abjuration. So let me just check. Oh, conjuration.
Conjuration magic, okay. Interesting. Maybe they're like replenishing arrows sort of thing. Out of curiosity, I'm going to suggest the others back up, and then kind of peeking around the corner, I'm going to use Mage Hand and try and like pick up one of the arrows.
From the bow?
Yes.
Yeah, your mage hand actually does that. It pulls out this silver arrow.
Ooh.
Do you bring it sort of back to yourself, or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just
I'll take it. I'll bring it back and see what happens.
Once the arrow gets to this point here,
Yeah.
it vanishes and reappears in the bow.
There we go. It's a returning arrow. Okay. I will then see if I can pick up the bow.
I would think that the bow is attached to the statue. You're not able to
Okay.
to do that.
That was worth a try. Yeah.
Looking at the floor around the statues, does it look like the statues are meant to move?
Give me an investigation, please.
Really hoping it was going to be perception, but I'll give you investigation.
Mhm.
No, you can go with perception. Actually, I will take that because you're looking. You're not touching. You give the corridor a good look here, and you don't. It doesn't look as though the statues move forward. You don't see any rails or any grind marks on the floor. You do see, however, that about 10 feet in front of or 10 feet down the hallway and 10 feet in front of the statue, there seems to be a discrepancy in the floor tiles. They're just at a slightly different height than the others.
Would recommend not stepping 10 feet into those
Yeah.
tunnels. I don't know. It almost looks like each one of these statues is supposed to be interacting with the other. Like the one holding all the swords should be stabbing the guy who's been impaled by a bunch of swords.
Yeah.
The one with the bow should be probably shooting the guy with the open mouth. I don't know.
But then the bow one is here, and the open mouth one is here, so it'd need to be able to shoot round corners.
That's why I was wondering if they look like they should move. I wasn't
Hmm.
sure if we were supposed to move the statues to be in the position they're supposed to be in.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they have any rails or anything, so curious.
Yeah,
Another
Um,
option is we can throw something that
Yeah.
weighs a bit on one of these traps.
Yeah, see what happens when we push the thing.
Why'd you say way like that? I don't like the way you.
Because-
I don't like the way you put an emphasis on that word.
I'm gonna
Just-
like gather some sand or dust or something from the floor in a little bag, and use Mage Hand to try and drop it on one of the pressure plate. Well, I assume it's a pressure plate. Like I'll do this one because it's ranged. I know.
I can't see where you're pinging.
There you go. Sorry, my
Got
mouse
it.
is
Right.
my mouse doesn't like
So
doing
you're
that.
gonna
Yeah.
full on Temple of Doom this. Got it.
Yep. I'm gonna see if anything happens. We can all try and be out the firing line.
How much sand? You know what? I'm just gonna make it work.
I will donate my Warhammer to this cause if I have to.
So you put the pressure plate was over here that way.
Well, they're not ones. Well, I'm kind of assuming that having that pointed out to me, I'm kind of assuming that there might be ones on each of them. So I'm going to
Okay.
try and test the theory, see if I can work out a pressure plate on this side.
Darn it, you're right. So you put down your sand Warhammer combo on the pressure plate here. The sand probably isn't quite enough to do it itself, but with the Warhammer it is. And when the pressure plate goes down, 4 silver arrows come flying out down the corridor, disappear just as they hit this point, and then reappear back in the statue's bow.
Sure. Okay.
Do we want to recreate that for each one just to see what happens before we do
why
any
not?
more investigation?
Yeah, why not? Let's do all of them just to see what happens. And obviously
Okay.
make sure
Although-
we're well out of the way.
Just a quick thing, Nick. I want to point out we still have the hammer. I didn't waste the hammer.
Oh, I'll put the hammer back in. Yeah, sorry, I'll put that back on the lead. Thank you.
Just in
Sorry.
case we need it for something else next time.
Yeah.
A very good idea. Okay, which one do you try next?
South, I guess. It's the one that
Now
was
let's do
standing
the one
next
with the
to.
mouth open. I want to see why.
All
It's
right.
going to be
yeah.
fire, obviously, or poison, but probably fire.
Oh, something else. Oh,
Giant snake, is
All
that
right,
what you're
much
hoping
worse
for?
thing.
mayhaps.
Okay, so you're gonna do the one up here.
Yeah, we'll do the one to the north.
Okay.
Screaming one.
So you put your pressure on this, and you think to yourself, "Oh God, I've made a huge mistake." As a little tiny bead flies out from the statue's mouth, hits the center of the tunnel,
Oh, no.
and explodes in a fireball spell. Everybody, please make me a dexterity saving
Good
throw.
Reaction. Reaction. Absorb elements.
Okay.
It doesn't have the fucking description. Roll 20. What the fuck are you doing?
That's okay.
Oh.
I know what it does.
Over the sound of exploding fire, Magnus just shouts, "Fire, called it."
So dexterity save.
Oh, that's the wrong one, but I guess you can add my thing to it, which is a fail.
Oh dear.
12.
The only guy who passes and the one who has evasion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Wei. Oh, I need you to roll for Ismagaris as well.
Oh no.
Oh, she succeeds.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
So I'm going with roll 20 damage, not the damage in the book. So this is
I hope that's a good thing.
8d6.
Wait, I got an 8. Okay. It's plus
You got an
2.
8. That is unfortunately still not enough.
Mhm.
So we're talking 30 damage, 15 on a success, unless your name is
Sure.
away, at which case you take none.
Yeah,
30
I'm taking 15
damage.
thanks to absorb elements.
All right, let's take a short rest.
Yeah.
Yes, you're taking 15 thanks to absorb elements.
Wait.
Usmagaris is hurt, but is still functioning.
I think I take half because of my hellish resistance, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, yeah.
So I say to Usmagaris, like, "Are you all right?"
She sort of says, the burns will sting, but they will go away in a day or so.
Perhaps you should
That
wait
sounded
outside.
super mature for an 8-year-old.
Mm.
She's a special little girl. She says, I thought you said it was dangerous out there.
I guess.
I
so.
mean, it is.
But I mean, if she was out there, she'd still have eyebrows.
Very true.
You'd all have eyebrows.
What's with a giant scorpion? That's Aita.
True.
Right. So let's not mess with that plate
Yeah, let's not do
again,
that
because
again.
that wasn't great.
This is probably I just saw the
not
time.
mess
Why
with
don't we
any
take
of
our
the
break
plates.
here?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you guys can think of how you want to handle things next. We'll meet back in 10, so that will be at 22 the hour.
Okay.
Right? This is Votus. We keep going down. Screw this floor. It sucks.
Yeah, I feel like downwards is probably better. Anyway, see you guys in a minute.
See you in 10. Glad to hear it. Okay, so we'll save Here's the Greatest for later. Let's pop back into the game. And you guys have just had fireballs in your faces.
I'm assuming there was no opportunity to like counterspell that because it was like a mechanism causing it, not a actual
Yeah.
caster. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, you can't counterspell magic items, so that makes sense.
No. No, yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it wasn't a caster. You wouldn't have seen it being cast.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that yesterday, actually. Can you counter spell like a wand of fireballs, or is that easily triggered when you just like do a swish of the wand? Like, how would you
I
rule that?
don't think you can, but I'm not entirely sure.
Hmm.
That's literally what I was just asking, and like
Yeah.
I think it works the same way.
Hold
'Cause
on.
I was wondering.
I just got it.
That's funny that you just used the beat of fire too, because that's what I was thinking about yesterday. Counter spell a beat of fire, or you can dispel magic on the bead itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm seeing a back and forth in when I googled it. Some people are saying no, some people are saying yes.
I was just curious how you would rule it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. WikiHow suggests they're susceptible. Although Stack Exchange says no.
Yeah.
You're supposed to see a creature casting it, so
And that's the thing. To me, you'd have to see the cast happening.
yeah, you're using the use object action, not the cast a spell action.
Yeah.
And throwing a bead, it just explodes pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would think that it would not be.
Oh, I now have this mental image that the statue was actually like a Pez dispenser. Its head just like popped up and just this bead came out and then went.
That is exactly what happened. Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
Cannon.
Cool. It was a cannon. It was kind of terrifying.
Okay, so yes. Where would you guys like to go from here? What would you like to do from here? Oh,
anywhere but here.
Rope. The rope is now burnt.
The rope was 15 feet up, but then I guess it's just a radius, isn't it?
5 feet of the rope is burned, so it's now 20 feet up.
Delightful.
And it's probably actively on fire. Do we have a way to put that out? Can you mage hand it out?
I can try and
up.
Yeah, you can beat it up, can't you? Beat the fire up.
Okay. So you only lose 5 feet of the rope. I'm making myself a little note on the GM layer here, 20 feet above floor level. Just in case you need to come back this way in a panic and a dash.
So I suggest we like try and climb down from here, I guess. And like what we could do is give Magnus the potion of climbing. And then like if Way feels up to it, being like a shuttle for us.
Yeah, I mean, what's the walls look like? Does this look like a climbable wall, or is it smooth marble all the way down?
Sorry, I'm reading that. Thanks for that, Chang.
Yeah.
It's the same as what you saw coming down, so it's fairly smooth stone, quite difficult to climb. It goes down another probably 40 feet, and then there's no more shaft. It just opens into this natural cavern.
Okay. Well, the potion would give Magnus an actual climbing speed, so he wouldn't have to make any effort to climb. He could just like a lizard just go down it.
But then he wouldn't be able to get all the way down because it stops before floor level. Yeah. It's like you hit the ceiling of the cavern and then the cavern opens up.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I can give myself a fly speed equal to my walk speed for 1 minute.
Okay.
And I can do that 3 times a day.
Fly speed. So you could use the fly speed for a minute. It's how many feet to the ground? It's 120 to the ground. And
I believe so, yeah.
So 40, 80. Yeah, like flying speed for a minute would be plenty of time.
Like
Is
I'm
your
not. I'm
point.
really not worried about getting down. I'm just like,
Yeah.
is that what we're doing? We're going down. We're
I mean, there's nothing much else here that we can see. Like I
so
can't
far
see
it's been
anything.
death and death,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna guess the other two are probably death.
The other two seem like they suck too. Yeah. Like this all seems like it sucks. So I would like nothing more from this narrative, please.
It just seems weird to have this floor and have it all be
Mm.
death and no other options.
I guess this is a false like a distraction floor. You know, people get down to this
Well-
level, they investigate all of them, they die.
Oh, the other thing is like we've got offensive to the east, offensive to the west. I mean, and a Freety with its mouth open is pretty offensive to the north.
Yeah.
But the south one is a person who's been
Stabbed.
impaled.
Yeah, the
It
stabbed guy
doesn't
is
seem offensive.
unless it's a come and hug me invitation.
I'm not ruling it out. I'm just saying
Mm.
it's the only one that doesn't seem on the offense.
I have a look at the one to the south, like run the magical sense over it. I'm not seeing anything magic here.
You do not see anything magic there, no.
Okay. I'm going to I'll recover the bag of sand, and I will try the sand trick on this one down here. On the assuming there's a pressure plate there.
Okay, you put the bag of sand on the
Mhm.
pressure plate, and you don't see anything in particular. You don't see a pressure plate, and nothing happens when you put the bag of sand on it.
Throw the Warhammer on too.
Okay, we'll put the mage hand the warhammer down.
Nothing happens.
Bonk. Huh. Okay. Then yeah, maybe those three are decoy directions.
Can I have a perception of this hallway?
Yeah, you sort of stand at the end and take a look. Go ahead, give me
No
a perception
slide
check.
marks, no, nothing like that. Perception.
You do see some grooves in the floor, just not even grooves, just a slight scraping. That is around the outer edge of the statue, almost in a sort of circular fashion.
As if something
Suggest
comes
that-
shooting out of the wall, or like the statue spins and will decapitate whoever stands in front of it, kind of thing, or
I invite you to look at the picture, and you can sort of see, if you zoom in really close, there's kind of like a line on the floor. That's kind of what you see.
From
So it
sorry,
suggests maybe
from
the
like
statue
Lunara
rotates?
to the statue kind of deal, or
Right around the very edge of the statue. It almost looks like a bubble, but it's actually like a scratch in the floor.
right, who's feeling
Maybe
the
statue-
hardiest? I feel like it's a resident monk. Do you feel like going to play with that statue?
Do I have to?
Well, it's either going to be you or me, and I'm already pretty banged up.
I mean, the
Nice.
fireball was your idea, so I feel like this is one way you can recompense for it.
All right.
Okay, wait. When you get up to the statue, you notice something almost immediately as you get close. In amongst all of those pointy blades, there is a door handle.
Christ. I can spot from like 20 feet away a door handle in the dark. Come on.
I am going to. Well, it's not like I can. If anything stabs me, it's not like I can wear anything to prevent that. So I'm just gonna put my hand on it and turn the handle.
Okay. The handle turns, and you can go ahead and open that door.
Yay! Good.
I turn back. Look at that.
Good instinct.
I turn to
from the,
Lunara and I just say, I hate this place.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I fucking hate it here already.
Okay, let me describe. That entranceway, by the way, is called the Cold Welcome, which I just quite enjoy.
Yeah, I can see why. I mean, it's a relatively warm welcome if you go north.
So the door opens to reveal a 30-foot square room, the walls of which are covered with ornate runes. not ruins, runes, pardon me. Against the center of the south wall, there stands a large statue of a man with his arms folded across his chest. You recognize him immediately as the same dude as up at the top. He has a crook in one hand and a flail in the other, the symbols of a pharaohship. And there are doors at the far ends.
Oh yeah, on the sides, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, the way that is
Yeah.
worded is very poor, but
To the left and right.
you also notice that there is a trail of coins leading from the center of the room up to the statue. Wei, when you look down at these coins at your feet, these are not gold, these are platinum.
Damn.
Oh, we've got plenty of that already. All right, lads. Left to right.
Anything
question.
magic about the room, Lunara?
I do a glimpse.
You can come into the room. It's not going to fall under us.
would-
It says the
I
guy
would
who can
love to.
dodge fireballs.
Yeah. Game.
Nothing magical.
I will.
I can't fucking move my character at all. Like I don't
Oh.
think it's Roll20 being shitty. I think it's
And I think it's you're colliding with the wall, probably.
I'm
I'm
possibly
gonna-
colliding with the wall. Yeah.
I've moved you
Thank
in.
you.
Hopefully that'll.
I'm gonna use my
let me see
wand
if I
of
can move.
secrets.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Give it a flick in this room. So any secret doors or traps within 30 feet.
It's 30 feet, right? And you're stood right where you are? Is that where you
Well,
want to be
I
stood?
guess I'll go kind of in this. Yeah, because 30 feet hits everything. Yeah. Okay.
Your wand immediately points to the statue.
Okay. Well, there's either a trap or a secret door at that statue.
Why don't you chuck a platinum piece at it, see what happens? Your own personal platinum piece. Don't pick one up off the ground.
Hmm. I'll stand outside.
Ah, okay. Oh hell no! I'm standing farther outside if that's your reaction.
Want us to do that? I would have been there.
I'm going to take one of my own from my pockets, and I'm just going to absolutely just base fast knuckleball it at that statue.
Okay. You whip this platinum piece at the statue. It chips off a little piece of the statue, and both the coin and the piece of statue fall to the floor.
Yeah, it was a long shot. I just wanted to see if Gorm would actually give up a piece of money, and evidently not.
have you
I'll
finished
take my
with your
coin back.
vandalism? Are you satisfied?
I have purpose for my money.
I'll pick my
Um,
coin deck up, and I'm going to just try to push the statue. Push and pull.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You want me to do a check or?
Up to you. What do you want to do? You can open it, or you can check and see if it's safe, or you choose.
Oh
You
no,
have
no,
the
no! I was
power.
just pushing and pulling to see if I can actually like open.
Yep, you sure can.
Yeah, I'll just open it then. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and open it. And before you get too far into this next area, let me describe it to you. Because it's a heck of a thing. Behind the concealed door is a long 10-foot wide bridge that stretches to the south across a deep chasm. The walls of this room are 20 feet away from the bridge on either side and extend 30 feet above the bridge and drop into unyielding darkness below. They parallel the bridge as far as can be seen. Long, heavy strands of moss and mold dangle down from the sides of the bridge, dripping into the darkness below. The chill of death is in the air, and soft moaning cries swell up from the void beneath the bridge. And there are the floor is 60 feet deep here. So Lunara and Magnus will be able to see the bottom and actually probably weigh with his light as well when you get to that point. But I'll describe that as you get closer in.
I mean,
Just-
I definitely turn to Lunara and be like, so this guy was like mid, right? Because this seems pretty evil and horrible.
Yeah, I know. Like all the reputation things I've seen were that he was just aggressively medium. Like this is clearly he had a secret evil streak that was not kept by history. I am taking notes. I will update the history books if I have to.
I mean, I suppose a good rule of thumb is if Pharaoh equals evil.
Probably equal evil. Yeah, that is a reasonable. Like
I mean,
you don't
his
get to be the
his
pharaoh
badge of
without
office
some
is a
breaking some
crook
earth.
and a. I mean, it's a crook and a flail,
yeah.
right? So
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get to be like the ruler of a country. You don't get to stay the ruler of a country without at least some level of lawful evil in there somewhere.
anyways, there's my punk rant for today. Let's wander down this.
Let's
What's
disrespect
the
our
plan
surroundings,
for
shall we?
this?
Wait, let me do it.
Sure.
I'll just,
Hey, I'm going to stop you there for a second.
just in case it collapses.
So, okay.
Darts?
So you're looking down 60 feet. And what you see down there is the mass tombs of this crypt. This crypt is not just that of the pharaoh. This is a mass tomb.
That's an
With,
necropolis. Fun.
yeah, with his tomb being the most prominent. I need you to please make me a dexterity saving throw as you move. Oh, the other thing that you notice, sorry, I apologize, I'm getting ahead of myself here. There are creatures moving down below you, like a lot of them. They're writhing and moving. They're sort of hiding in the shadows, avoiding your light. But you can definitely see things moving down their way.
All right.
Now I need a dex save from you, please.
Short.
Okay. So you are able to move forward, and at this point, the creatures down below do not seem to have noticed you.
How far down? You said like 100, like 100 feet?
60 feet.
Oh, only 60.
60, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna turn back around. We've got company at the bottom of the chasm.
Magnus definitely just gives you like the shrug and the explain the what?
At the bottom of a chasm, of the chasm. There's a lot of dead people down there, or perhaps undead at this point.
Magnus is gonna wave you back. Like, come back, come back.
Yeah. What?
All right.
What?
Step 1, kill the light. Step 2, I'm gonna give you all dark vision.
I'm just gonna just sort of like. Why is it 300 though? That seems a little excessive.
Because my god is like the god of night or whatever. I don't know. I'm like the dark domain, twilight domain. There you go.
Mechanically speaking, it's just everything is always like balanced around 120.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
including
kinda
the
weird.
monsters. Yeah, it's 300. What the fuck?
It's a lot of dark vision.
It's Hasbro. They forgot how to math. So like double 120 is 300, right? It's close enough.
Yeah.
Magnus should be already set. Setting everyone on nocturnal. Just bear with me, please, while I do this. I
Sure,
will
of course.
adjust our macro so that you guys have the option of putting this on your token yourself.
I'm not gonna lie, the reason I'm doing this is very selfish because now I can use my Steps of Night if I need to fly,
Mm-hmm.
but it requires dim light. And if Wei has his
Wait.
lantern going, I'm screwed.
I could have it at dim light.
All right,
Oh, I
shall we
got
send-
in my other campaign where I'm playing the warlock tank. I got the invocation that like whenever you're in dim light, you can cast invisibility for free, and it is so good.
It's great, especially in dungeon crawlers like this.
The DM is getting a little upset, a little pissed off with me, going, "Hey, how dark is it in here?" Dim light. I'm invisible. Okay, Nick, that's fine.
All right, so for an hour we all have dark vision. Do we know? Can you describe the creatures that you saw wandering around in the pit of corpses?
I mean, I was pretty far up. Would I even have been able to see any actual details besides a silhouette?
I don't think so. Vaguely humanoid, and that's probably about it. Lots of shadows, lots of hiding in shadows. Based on the way they moved away, you think that there's more than one kind of creature down there?
Well, most of them were definitely bipedal. That's all I got.
Sorry,
Someone's
a bit of a
confusing
coughing fit there.
bicycle.
Oh, man.
No wings though, yeah.
I don't know. I didn't ask if they could fly.
Hello
Okay,
down
well,
there. Can you fly?
Do you want me to ask?
Do we want?
No reason.
No, let's. Do we want you three who are not wearing super heavy armor and therefore loud as fuck to head across the bridge and get to safety, and then I will come across last?
How, out of curiosity, how would you like to be invisible?
I mean, invisibility's great and all, but I'm still noisy as shit.
Yeah.
Oh, by
Okay,
the
we
way, I
can-
forgot to tell you all. Yeah, that pathway is very slippery.
Okay.
It's a lot of moss and all that.
Fun stuff.
So, yeah, get your boots on.
There is one other thing I would like to point out. I don't think you guys have noticed it. With your massive amounts of vision,
Mhm.
if you zoom out, you can actually see quite a long ways down the corridor.
Crap, yeah.
Oh, wow.
You can see right down
Yeah.
to the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. There are.
So, partway through, I'm going to shift ping you here. You can see, you can't get a view of the whole room because it's a narrow opening, but you do see a shaft of light actually is coming from the ceiling or somewhere, and penetrating down into this tomb, and it is illuminating this altar that seems to be made of glass. It is like sort of transparent, and it reflects the rainbow as it sort of breaks up all of the light that hits it. Beyond that, you can see another like statue type thing. I don't know how much you would be able to see beyond the altar, but there is something else there that you can see is kind of
Okay.
as much as
Listen.
I'm
And
kind
yeah,
of
I
willing.
think if we do what you suggested, the three of us go quietly, go slowly. Don't rush this. We don't want to have one of us fall. And
Wait a
then
minute.
Magnus can follow. Yo.
How about I drop a torch down there? They don't like the light. So why not introduce them to it? First time.
Yeah.
Well,
We could.
I mean,
I'll try.
there's
try.
a possibility that it sets them off and they try to kill you afterwards, but I would rather fight them in this room, I guess, than in that room.
Yeah, we could bottleneck them. Bottlenecking
It's
them here
60
would be
feet.
ideal.
It's 60 feet down. It's a long way up.
I mean, if we have to fight them, bottlenecking them here is preferable to having to fight them on the bridge.
And they were afraid of me lantern. so I'd imagine fire would not be agreeable. Would be even less agreeable.
Set fire to some corpses, I guess. That sounds like
If
a great time.
if the other option is we close this door, we take a short rest in this room so I can get Quoth back, and then we give Quoth dragon breath, and he clears them out.
I'm on the fence. I kind of want to get this over and done with. We're on a time crunch, and
Okay.
I'm beat up. So is Adriel. So are you. But I don't know if
Yeah.
we're beat up enough to justify a
No,
break
probably not. Probably
yet.
not. No.
I mean, I'm pretty
Yeah.
beat up. I only have 20
Yeah,
hit
but
points.
I'm a healer. I can always top you off when you get really messed up. It's fine.
I feel like I am really messed up right now. I'm burnt for sure.
Like, give me a scale out of.
I mean, I have 20 hit points out of 50, so that's how I look.
Okay, well, I will give you some. I will spend a spell slot to. Actually, do I have Prayer of Healing prepped? We could take 10 minutes if you want. We can all get some hit points.
Yeah.
Says I'm not in any rush.
Yeah, I'm not in a huge hurry either. Let's close the door.
What are the chances of us getting interrupted within 10 minutes?
No one's been
I
down
mean, if
here
we
for a
close-
long time.
If we close the door, then I think we're in a pretty good way.
I'm going to expend the spell slot to cast Prayer of Healing. Let me know if it actually works, Kirsty.
You cast the spell. The
Oh,
spell
terrible
starts.
roll.
I'm gonna put. What is the radius on that?
You should be able to, if you click show spell
10
description,
feet.
yeah. 6 creatures you can see within 10 feet.
Oh, no, sorry. That was Eyes of Night. That was not
Wow.
Yeah, I've
No,
got it
that's
up
prayer of
here.
healing.
Within 30 feet.
Within 30 feet.
30 feet.
Oh, but it takes 10 minutes to cast.
You take
I
yeah.
see.
Yes,
So
but
yeah,
it's
we'd have to
10
we'd
minutes.
have to barricade,
yeah,
close the door,
so it
barricade in
doesn't
here.
pop off before this door opens. Hang on, sorry. GM layer.
In all fairness, with that terrible roll, I'm kind of glad it didn't pop off.
Yeah. Yeah.
The door opens and you
Oh.
see some horrifying looking creatures. You recognize them as wraiths. And let's roll summon it.
Oh boy. It was nice knowing you guys.
We'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Mhm.
You're a god. And we have another
Yeah.
god here somewhere. I don't know where she is. Clutch into your cloak, I guess.
She's in the other
Back
room.
at the tunnel. You told her to wait at the
Hmm.
tunnel.
Oh yeah, we left her back in the tunnel.
I know she's fine. I'll let her with some dried berries and fruit.
Yeah, she's happily munching on her snack.
Who should have stopped
Fruit
for
snacks and a book.
should have stopped for a fucking Happy Meal too.
Yeah, we
Actually, you
should.
know what? I'm
No,
gonna
no,
I'm gonna
just
change my mind
occupy.
here. The door doesn't open. Why would the door open? They're
Yeah.
wraiths.
Yeah, they go through the door.
Come
They
through
go
the door. Perfect.
Yeah, she's got some
Um,
fruit snacks in a book. Probably one that one of Lunara's slightly more child accessible books.
Start descending. So this one is going to come through the door and battle music, kick things off against Lunara. Lunara, the wraith reaches out and tries to drain the life from you.
How fucking rude.
12. I
Is
don't
not gonna
believe
hit.
will hit.
Nope.
So that will end its turn. I'm going to call this a surprise round because I came through the walls.
Oh, delightful.
The second one moves through. It also attempts a drain on Lunara, also missing.
Is not going to hit. Yee.
This one gets another
All
go
rolling
at
garbage.
Mm-hmm.
it. Ooh,
24.
you do have a reaction now.
Yeah, occurring. So that's 10 over my AC. What do I have as a reaction?
I don't think you're
Barbs
hitting. I don't think you're hitting that number.
I think I'm actually going to Silvery Barbs it. Use my one a day
Okay.
Silvery Barbs. And give probably give way advantage on next D20.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
So it rolls a
16.
16, which unfortunately
That is still going to hit me, unfortunately, but fuck.
Oh,
Ow. Really?
That's
That's
almost. That's
I
oh
rolled
boy.
really well on that damage.
wow.
677.
Yeah.
Um,
Con save?
yeah.
Whoa. Okay. I'm good. I hope.
Oh, thank God.
Yes.
Okay, that ends his turn. Lunara, you are up.
Lunara is going to use the Raven Queen's blessing and get the absolute fuck out of there.
Okay.
Should have nice to not have been surprised. Fuck. Oh, fuck off, mouse. Thank you. Over in that corner. And then we are going to... What damage was that? Oh, that was necrotic. I take half that. I'm
Oh,
stupid.
yay! You're not stupid. But I'm relieved.
Me too. So yeah, I get back 13 points. And then I am going to Eldritch Blast, the one that touched me inappropriately.
All right.
And that's the thing I didn't expect to say to when I woke up today. So blast. Oh fuck! I did 4 of them. Fuck you, mouse. Okay, the first two, 27 and 17.
27 and 17. What is going on with my script here?
That
They both
is-
hit.
Why is there necrotic damage there? Hold tight. Oh, I have hex on there. Ignore the necrotic damage.
Okay, so 5 force for the first attack.
Yep, and then a further 5 for the second attack.
And a further 5 for the second. All right.
And then yeah, she's gonna kind of move kind of there-ish, and then that is my turn.
All right.
So I select myself, and then I go end turn. There we go.
Magnus.
Oh man, I am going to. I didn't have enough time to really think about this. I am going to. Screw it. I'm going to do the cleric thing because I don't play clerics. I'm going to channel divinity.
Ooh.
And I'm going to attempt to turn undead. Oh, sorry, there was a thing here for turn undead. But I'll click that one.
Okay. Wisdom saving
assuming that-
throw.
Which I'm assuming is my spell save DC, which is 16.
It should be, yeah.
Protect. Normal. Wisdom. 16. Damage is 0. Damage doesn't matter. Status, I'm going to put a little pink marker on them if they are turned. 1 is turned.
Okay. Bonus action. I'm going to do something with my bonus action. Just trying to decide what. Damn. Can't do what I wanted to do. So I will bonus action spiritual weapon. Second level. The one that's not turned.
Okay. I don't know
Does
why
a
that's really
13 hit?
tiny. Sorry, yes, a 13 does hit.
Okay. For 10 damage.
For 10, nice. That's force, yeah?
Yes. And as an I will action surge to do a got to hear somewhere Sacred Flame on the same one.
Okay. 12 dex save.
16. Yep. Oh, damn it.
It saves. I mean, that's fine. That's that. Making progress. And then I will move here to get between me and the one that's not turned.
Okay.
Actually, maybe I'll just go there. And that will end my turn.
Oh, boy.
Adriel.
So do we know? Would you say lore about these things are common or not common? Like, would I know its weaknesses?
Haven't we fought wraiths before?
We have,
Uh,
yeah.
We
You
have.
fought them before, yeah. So I think you are aware that they are resistant to most types of damage.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get up so I can look.
That's okay. If you need me to roll anything for you or anything, just let me know, If you're...
Yeah. That's good.
I'm sorry, taking a second.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, take your
your
time.
I mean, all I have is the silver dagger. Like, I can't really do much to these things. Or they have resistance. So I'm going to activate.
Can you actually roll me a nature or a arcana check?
Arcana.
Nice.
Yeah, you actually know that silvered weapons do harm undead creatures quite often.
Okay. But I'm not getting close to that thing. I could throw it.
Catapult a silver piece into it. It's fine.
Radiant Soul. Do I activate Radiant Soul? With an attack or a spell. Okay, so I'm going to activate my Radiant Soul.
Okay.
And then I'm going to throw my silver dagger at it.
Is Radiant Soul an action?
Oh, damn, you're right. So I'll activate Radiant Soul, and then I'll do 2 sorcery points to cast a spell. I'll just... Hopefully it'll work. I'm going to move here 15 feet. I'm going to cast the Lightning Bolt.
Okay.
It's not working. It's weird.
This is what happened to us last night, and then like 10 minutes later it rolled.
Yeah, I will. Okay.
Do you want me to try and roll it from your sheet?
There it is.
Straight down,
okay,
hitting both.
Now you will affect the turn undead if you hit both.
Oh, that does something to it?
It doesn't matter. Just do it.
Okay.
Light them up.
Okay. They're going to make their dex saves. 17 and a 9. So the first one succeeds. Actually, that's probably a good thing. He succeeds, doesn't take the damage, which means he's still turned.
Isn't it half damage?
Lightning bolt? Yes, he does.
It's half.
Oh, it's half
Still
damage, that's
half.
right.
Yeah. So,
And they are resistant, so that will be a quarter.
so half of 31 and then the 8 radiant.
The
Yes.
8 radiant, I think, is only to one target. Radiant Soul. Hang on.
No, it just says.
You deal extra damage to one target when you hit it with an
Oh.
attack or spell.
Alright.
Okay, so we'll take that from the first one, and then he's going to take an additional, be 15, so it'll be 7. And this one missed and takes the full 31, which is not good for him.
Isn't
Nice.
it half? Because it's lightning.
Half 31.
Oh,
Yeah.
plus 15.
And then I'm going to move 5, 10, 15 more feet that way. And I'll end my turn.
All right. Oh my God. Way.
Hey. All right. Do I also have what that knowledge would have been shared about the silver weapons thingy
I mean, I would have
Well,
said it.
actually-
I would have screamed it out loud. Yeah, if you have like silver
Mhm.
weapons, hit it with silver.
Yeah, no. I don't
Your punch is straight up magical. Just like tape some silver pieces to your knuckles.
Yeah.
And
Well, if you're
No,
Yeah,
playing
magical-
yeah,
Magical will also bypass resistances, right?
yeah. But
Yeah.
I just want to okay, but I'm gonna do my force damage anyways because cause thematically I think it's cooler.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna do unarmed attacks.
Sure.
I want to punch and kick the shit out of these things. All right.
All right.
Let's go with the top one first.
19 is a hit.
1918.
18. 19 and 18 are both hits. So I'm taking 12 from the first
6 from the second.
and 6 from the second. That hurts. You are managed to somehow sort of, these creatures are sort of ethereal, but you're able to sort of connect and give it a good beating.
Punching them right in the aura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got like bits of like mist clinging to your knuckles. That's like the blood of the wraith.
Flurry of blows.
All right, 2 more unarmed strikes.
Ooh, a
The
12 on
20
s-
will hit, and what is going on?
12?
My API script here. The 12 will not.
All right. Take another 10.
Okay. It's not looking good. He's a lot more transparent than previously.
Okay. That's me. Yeah, because Magnus has a higher AC, but
Oh, no, never mind. You had advantage on your first attack because of my
Yeah.
my thingy, but
it was
it didn't
a
matter.
19. I don't really
Yeah.
want to throw Magnus to the wolves here, so I'll stay where I am.
Okay.
if it's
Uh,
going to attack Way, I'm going to use my protection fighting style to impose disadvantage.
Awesome. It totally is going to attack Wei because he's right there. So it will reach out and try and grab you with disadvantage.
10 does not hit regardless.
It does not. And that will end its turn. They only have 1 attack per round, so that goes with it. And this one is back up, and this one is also going to try and hit you, Wei.
Short. That'll hit.
Ooh, and that one
I
will
am
hit.
going to Silvery Barbs that. Actually, at cost of the spell slot this time.
Nice. Okay. So I will roll that again. 15.
That's a miss. Thank you.
Yeah, worth
Well
it.
done, Lemura. Totally.
Who would like the advantage? Magnus is next up.
Yeah.
But then you don't
Give
do
it to Way.
attack rolls?
Give it,
Yeah, Way can
give it
have
to
it.
Way
Way's got it.
or Adriel, one of the two.
I'll give it to Way.
Give it away. Give it away. Give it away now.
Give it away. Yeah, I was thinking that and trying to resist it.
I couldn't help myself. Lenore, you're up.
Okay. Position here, and I will just blast both my Eldritch at the same guy. Just fuck that one in particular.
At the same guy?
17. Yep.
Okay.
both at the-
I
well,
advise
one
you
at him.
to.
Yeah, I do them one at a time.
Yeah. Do one at a time. So damage just how do you kill?
Ooh, what a roll! Just like straight through the face and just kind of dissipates the mist. Just like,
Awesome.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and he does. He like disappears.
And then I'm going to move to get a clean shot over here, and I'm going to blast the south one.
All right.
Yeah,
24 is a hit.
6 more
Or
force damage.
6. Okay.
Yep. And then that will do for my turn.
All right. Well done, Magnus.
We're going to start by swinging the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
We'll get to the spell sheet here real quick. 18 to hit.
Is a hit. 4, 6. Nice.
And then I will follow it up with Yeah, I guess Sacred Flame again.
Okay, he will do another dexterity save. Succeeding.
Damn. And then I am going to move here. Just to make it have a
Alright.
choice between the two of us.
Okay, awesome. Adriel.
Okay. He looks pretty beat up, and I can't really do anything too crazy. So I will just shoot a chromatic orb at him.
Okay.
Nope, doesn't work. Okay, hold on. Thank you. 19.
That is a hit. Yeah.
20.
For 8 and what
So
type of damage are you doing?
Well,
There's dual ones.
yeah. 8, so I guess it would just be 8 lightning and then the 8 radiant. So 4 lightning and 8
Okay.
radiant.
For 12. That's 12 damage. That's a decent amount.
Yeah.
And he's not looking good. He's looking pretty rough.
I will do
Nice.
a sorcery points for 2 and then cast lightning spark.
Awesome. Okay.
Yay! crit
Hey!
Come on, roll high. There you go.
Jeez! How'd you kill him?
Yeah, it just when it hits him, it kind of just shocks him all over, and he just dissipates like in a little explosion. Poof.
Awesome. There's just like that smell of ozone left behind after a lightning storm. Very cool. Yeah, that will take us out of combat, guys.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe we check that other door and then we take a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
Let's be able to look like that.
There's no other trouble. Also, I like to think that my silvery barbs, like when I stop the attack, like I did there, it kind of like like shadows kind of like form themselves up as chains and like stop the attack from going through, or like slow the attack down or something.
Cool. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
having
I'm
trouble moving my damn character here.
I'm about to open it. That's probably because of your double clicking thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm having to just like select the token and then use the arrow keys.
Use your arrows.
Yeah, it's not the most elegant solution, but it works at least.
Oh, yeah. All right. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Sure. Yeah.
Nothing.
So, opening this door, there's not a whole lot. This plain room
I kick it
is
through. Just
it's 20 feet square. Its walls are smooth marble panels, and you just feel sort of relaxed when you look into it. It's almost like looking into like a spa room. It just feels relaxing.
Okay, so we could take a long rest in there, but we may never come out because it looks so plush.
Comfy. I've never seen a dungeon have a comfy room before. Doesn't look that comfy to me. But it does look peaceful.
Do you see any?
And I
magic
can go in
there?
and I can test it out and let you know how comfy it is.
Yeah. Go see.
I enter the comfy room.
Okay, you enter this room. It's not particularly comfy. It's just a plain bare room, but you just feel relaxed here. You feel like you could sit down, you could take a short rest, and you would just feel better. This feels like a good place to stop and relax.
There's no way
Is
this
that-
is a trap, guys. You should definitely all
I was
come
gonna
in
say.
and we'll just have a little break.
Above board, is that like you telling us this is a safe place to have a break, or is this like a magical feeling that we're experiencing when we go in there?
Are you asking me or Magnus?
I'm asking DM.
Oh,
It's a
I'm not
safe
telling you the
space.
answer to that.
Okay, fair.
Discern the
Okay,
secrets. I'm not
then
hurt at all, so I could just sit out here, no problem.
I mean, I
Are
will
you
make.
Fighting the DM.
Yeah.
Can I make an insight check or a Arcana check to see if this is like
Yeah.
a horrible
will-
trap?
Sure, go
I
ahead.
have magic vision on permanently, so
Make an Arcana check, Magnus, and there is some magic permeating from this room, Lenara.
okay.
You definitely feel, Magnus, like this is a room that probably has a specific purpose. What that purpose is, you're not sure, but you definitely feel like a magical vibe here.
It's definitely the
Uh,
napping room, guys.
Lunara,
Hmm.
there's an aura that sort of just permeates this room. It's not coming from anywhere in specific, anywhere specifically. But it is an evocation magic.
Evocation. Healing is evocation, so that doesn't really rule much out. I do kind of miss the days when healing was necromancy, but
Yeah.
back in
And
my day.
if you cast heal on an undead, it would harm it.
Yes, I miss that. I don't trust the like feeling of like that's concerning to me. So I'd say maybe don't spend too much time in there. Especially if like if like a dressing gown and comfy slippers suddenly get summoned onto you, then that's definitely a trap.
Bunny slippers.
Mm.
I will remind you also that technically your characters have not seen the other room on the other side,
Sure.
because the wraiths did come through the door, and I definitely didn't give you a description of it. So if you are
Sure.
interested, I will do that as well.
Yeah, let's go and have a look at the other. Let's go and have a look at the other room before we make a decision.
I'm gonna kick this one in too.
Okay. You can go ahead and open the door. It's not locked. And in this room, there is a sort of a pile of items just about here-ish that you can see. There is there's a dagger on the floor. There's a scroll, and there are two potion bottles.
There's some stuff over here.
Okay, I can mage hand pick the stuff up if you want.
The other thing of note, Wei, when you open this door, unlike the other room that felt really nice and welcoming, this one feels awful. It feels, yeah, it feels slimy and horrible, and you kind of just want to like slam the door and walk away.
Yeah, I know what. I know what that room's like. It's been a long adolescence.
Mm.
So yeah, retrieve those things, would you?
Yep. I'll mage hand them. I'll mage hand pick them up
Sure.
and bring them out.
You have no problem mage handing them, other than, oh, what the hell have I done? Sorry, I hit Control I, and all of a sudden I was trying to hide the wraiths, and instead I inspected them, and you know how there's that. Yeah. Anyway, you go into that room. You don't. The mage hand goes into that room. Lunara, same thing. That feeling of just grossness and sliminess and uncomfortableness. It's everything the other room. They're complete opposites. And you are able to grab the items and pull them out. The dagger is beautiful. It is a steel dagger, but like you've never seen a blade like this. It holds the edge like nothing you've seen before. The hilt is beautiful. It is sort of wrapped with like this snake, this sort of like intertwining snakes. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. It looks to you like it was crafted by a master. In mechanical terms, this is a +2 dagger.
Oh wow. Okay. Am I detecting any like magic from the rooms or from the equipment that we picked up? Obviously, like the +2 would show some magic, I'm sure.
Yeah, so the +2 dagger is probably the most strongly radiating thing. The room is also radiating some magic. It
Okay.
would be of the school of, I think it is necromancy. And the everything in that little pile actually is magical. So the scroll is a scroll of protection from elementals.
Oh, protection. Well, protection from elements or
From
protection from
elements.
elemental specific.
Pardon me.
Okay. I
Protection
was going to
from
say it's a very
elements.
specific thing to be protecting from.
And the 2 potions are both potions of invisibility.
Ooh. That's actually very nice. Yeah, I'll relay that information to the party. It's a nice hoard we got there.
I shall close the room of shame
Mm.
and hand moisturizer.
Oh no.
So give Way the magical dagger, and let's take a short rest in the room of magical comfort.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Gotta look at it. I don't really need it.
Fine.
Oh, but-
Well, you stay out in the hall. You make sure nobody attacks us while we take a short rest in the room of magical comfort.
No, I'm talking
Yeah.
about the dagger.
Oh, wow.
I've already got
mean,
a
I
big
have-
one on me back.
I don't really have any use for it either. I'm not really
No,
a
which one of you-
weapon-based person.
Which one of you eggheads wants it? I'll look at, Adriel and whatever.
I mean, I'm very unlikely to use it, but I do have positive dex, so like a +2 wouldn't be wasted, I guess. And I think I definitely have proficiency with it. So
Yeah, plus
I wouldn't complain.
it adds to the ensemble. You're wearing too much black. It's very depressing.
Wow, thank you. Way eye for the queer girl. Is that what we'd call this?
Honestly, just take the catapult spell and then catapult a +2 dagger
Oh
and things.
yes. Oh, now we're talking. Okay, I know what I'm doing next time I level up.
You gotta
Damn it.
you gotta retrieve it every time though. Huh?
Yeah, I can mage hand it back. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I gotta.
That's excellent. Okay, I'll add that to my sheet.
Yeah, there's no point in me because I would just throw it.
Yeah.
I got.
+2 dagger. Import.
All right. And so you guys are taking a short rest in the room there?
I will.
Magnus
Room
is
of comfort.
definitely taking a
Except-
break in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone except for Way is taking a rest in that.
I will sit outside. Make sure the door is open. Because if the room of shame
Trigger what?
is
Why-
if it turns into wraiths, I don't want to know what the room of warm fuzzy feelings turns you into.
Like
Right.
angry bunnies or something. Hmm.
No, I'm going to turn
That'd
into
be
a
worse.
tiefling unicorn. You just watch. Give me great.
I
I'll
literally
bring you
can't
into the
move
room.
through these doors.
Yeah, I'll move you in,
because
'cause
they're in the offset in the middle.
Hang on, I just gotta move way out of the way here.
yeah,
Bring Lunara
sorry.
in. Up. Stay still. There you
I'm
go.
not moving. Thank you.
All right. So you guys rest for an hour and receive the benefits of a long rest.
A long rest. Oh, damn.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Look at me. I told
like-
you it was a good place to rest.
I like this room an awful lot more now. Holy shit.
Way, you have the benefits of a short rest outside of the room, which is all you need. So that works out quite
I
conveniently.
was literally only down one key point.
One key point. Yeah.
That's it. Not
Yeah.
one iota of
I'm-
health or
yeah.
anything.
I'm sorry I talked shit about you, comfy room. You are one of the good rooms.
I'm
May not
also
look
going to
like
ask.
much, but she got it where it counts.
Mm.
I'm going to ask everyone in the room of comfiness 2, please roll me a perception check.
So you're gonna say like a
thought that was a
Constitution
wisdom.
save.
Wisdom or
Oh, I
Arcana.
have Quoth back. So is this at the end of the perception check, at the end of the rest, or like
Sure,
partway
yeah.
through?
I'm just sort of, because you
Okay.
guys are in the room, I'm allowing you guys
Okay.
to get a little extra check in here. Yeah, so Magnus, you're kind of leaning up against the wall over here as you're resting, and you feel like a breeze, like as though there's some movement of air around that area, and you realize that there is, in fact, a secret door here.
Ooh.
I will gesture to Wei. Wei, we got a door. Do you want to pop the door open?
Again?
Yeah. I don't know how you missed it the first time.
That's what I wasn't in the room.
Well, maybe that's how you missed the door then. I don't know.
Why am I the doorman now?
Because you're the one who can dodge fireballs, Wei.
Mm.
All of you can, technically. I'm just
Not
better
well,
at it. I'm just
evidently.
better at
I
it.
just gesture at my missing eyebrow.
Oh, do we maybe call the kid to us for the rest in here?
I'll go
And that
fetch
might
If
her.
not be a
we're-
bad idea.
Yeah.
I'll fetch
Even if
her,
we
I'll
just
fetch
leave
her.
her in this room for a while.
Yeah.
I'll dash. Zip away
Okay.
like the fucking Flash.
Okay, you go grab her and bring her in, and she will hang out in this room.
Yeah.
Sitting here. Love. It's nice
Mhm.
and cozy. Not too long. You've got
Here's
a
another
career.
book for you.
You've got a career to consider. You get older.
She,
Hell, if I have them, I will provide like coloring supplies and one of my books that I don't mind getting colored in.
Coloring supply.
Awesome.
You've had art supplies this whole time.
Say, I've got charcoal and chalk. She can use the two of those to start illustrating
Yeah,
a beautiful portrait of
Well,
us.
Yeah, she could paint the room, like draw on the walls in the room if she really wants to. Yeah, that would work.
No, work on her memory, and she can try to make a nice heroic portrait of the four of us.
Okay. Yeah.
I would have liked to paint in my off time.
I don't actually have art supplies. I don't think. I'm afraid, but
They're nothing but play with cocky hands. All right.
I'm sorry. What way?
Recreation is a no-go in this group.
Nothing exploded when the door opened.
Nothing exploded when the door opened. Thank you for changing the conversation.
Thank you so much for changing the subject. It's very appreciated.
Okay.
I was really making sure that Wei hadn't exploded when he opened the door. Is all I was saying.
So you leave the Office of Rest, which is actually its name.
The Office of Rest. Oh, that's cute.
And you find yourself in one of your favorite places, a hallway.
Yay!
You could see all the way to the end of it, thanks to the ridiculous amounts of dark vision that everyone. How long does that last for?
I was gonna say I'm gonna double check. I think it's only an hour.
Because we've lost it already.
Lasts for 1 hour. So yes, nobody has it but me.
All right, so I will. I'm gonna leave it for now, and I'm gonna adjust all your tokens for next time. So we've got 10 minutes, and it'll probably take me that long to. Oh no, I can do it by the clicky thingy.
Yeah.
Adriel just has dark vision 60. Magnus, I leave. Lunara has dark vision.
Dark vision 120.
And Wei has
None.
none.
I activated my lamp.
I was gonna say, turn your lantern on. It's fine.
You want dim or bright?
Dim,
You
I
can go.
guess?
No, you can go bright for now. I really just need the dim to be able to fly.
Oh, the hell happened?
Oof.
Oh, I took off your night vision. That's what happened. And you put on
Okay.
your.
Hmm.
So put on your
Okay.
your bright light now, or your light now.
All done.
Okay, and then Nara, your night vision is 120.
Yep.
Just double checking everyone's vision. That looks good. Awesome. So Magnus can still see to the end of the hallway. I'm not sure how far your lantern goes. I wouldn't think it would go far enough. No.
To the end? No, it goes about halfway.
I will describe for everybody that it looks like a hallway that bypasses the crypt room or the mass grave room.
Fun. I'll stroll along.
Okay.
I will keep within 5 feet away the whole way down. So if he
I might keep a
trips
little bit
anything, that's
keep a little bit further back, just in case the floor drops out.
10 feet away from the whole way down.
Yeah, nothing happens. You make it to the end of the hallway.
Sweet.
Boo.
Right, it's a bloody dead end.
I'll take a look around. I bet there's another secret door. You don't just make a dead end hallway.
And in fact, yes, I don't believe I put this in. Oh, I did. Haha. I just for some reason
Doubted yourself, you doubter.
I doubted myself. Doubter. There is a door. You can see it easily from this side, although it is probably quite difficult to discern from the other side. And you can see in front of you an obelisk, a black obelisk.
Right, go poke it way. That's what you do.
Oh, this is magic, so why don't you do it?
I turn to look at Lunara. Is it
Boys.
magics?
Boys, Lunara activates has the magic vision active and steps into the chamber or steps towards it. Have
Okay,
a look.
so this is a 30-foot square chamber that is sort of square on its axis.
Okay.
If that makes
That's
sense.
kind of like an offset square.
Diamond.
A diamond. A diamond.
Diamond. Okay, yeah, offset square, yeah.
Look at me knowing my shapes.
It goes
I
in
was
the
I was top of the class, grade 3, guys. Is all I'm gonna say.
So in the center of this 30-foot square room stands a 10-foot cube. The flat ceiling is only 10 feet above the top of the cube.
Okay. So it's a 20-foot high room.
Yes.
Okay. Am I seeing any magic on the on the cube as we approach?
You do not see any magic.
Okay.
And it specifically says cube, but oh, hang on. Nope, that is not what you see. I apologize.
Okay. I will
The
wait.
cube is I'm looking at the wrong.
Typical.
Okay, it's an octagonal room. There is an obelisk of black stones. I was right the first time.
An octagonal room with an obelisk.
Still no magic, though?
Still no magic.
Okay. Am I? Can I have a look at the floor and just see if there's anything like that I do not want to step on?
Sure, go ahead.
Like if
Give
the floor
me
seems
a
safe.
perception check, please.
Okay. Oh, 24. Apologize for the double click.
No problem. You feel completely safe walking on this floor.
Okay. I will step into the room.
Okay. You do so.
Okay, it's a like an intersection. There's hallways to either side.
Oh.
Yeah, floor seems safe, I'll say to the others. Oh, and there's a pit to the right-hand side.
There is a pit on the right-hand side of you. It is very similar to the pit that you arrived here from. It's got those same sort of like weirdly smooth walls, and you cannot see to the bottom, Lunara.
Yeah, probably bottomless then. Cool.
Hold on. I'm gonna go have
No, it's bottomless.
gander down.
It's bottomless. Don't look. It's bottomless. It's bottomless.
You cannot see the bottom.
Yeah,
you are right.
Or
It
the
is
top
bottomless.
of this either. Both of them seem to disappear into darkness, both the top and the bottom.
I'm wondering if we need to refract some light off of these
We
triangle
probably do.
shapes. Since it seems like there's light coming through that weird cube one over there.
Yeah, we might better rotate it or do something fancy. Something fancy.
Feels like a Legend of Zelda puzzle.
Right, using magic papers. See if there's anything dangerous in the other room.
So the
Yeah.
altar that you guys saw from afar, you're now getting a bit of a closer look at.
Mhm.
There's a shaft of light that pierces the darkness from the domed ceiling above, illuminating an altar in the center of a 50-foot diameter room. The walls are covered with 5 different inscriptions, and the altar seems to be made of clear glass. Carved doors stand closed at each compass point, except they don't because they are open. I didn't put doors in here because I thought it was stupid. So I didn't mean to read that last sentence. It's
Sure.
just you can see that there's a 4-way thing here.
Okay.
And
Is there-
yes, the altar is radiating magic.
Okay.
But it's let's call it a divine magic and kind of leave it at
Okay.
that in terms of.
Oh man, that's my school. That's my like whole jam. We're gonna go check that out in a second. Can you tell me anything about this random wall dead end over here?
It looks like a random wall / dead end over there. Do you want to go give it a better look?
Yeah, sure do. I'm gonna go check it
Okay.
out. What would you like me to roll?
What are you doing? How are you looking?
I
Are you
would
staring at
like
it, or
to
you-
do it without touching it at first, but if that
Okay.
yields nothing, then I will investigate it further.
I can like if you mention it. Sorry, if you don't see anything from looking at it, I can always mage hand and see if I can like push it in any particular ways that don't involve you having to touch it.
There's no like apertures or anything though.
Go ahead, give me a perception check, please.
I will guide myself. Terrible. Oh my good god.
9.
It's just
No,
a dead end, guys. Yeah, I don't know.
Dead
There's
end?
nothing important there. Constructors reached like an impenetrable bit of rock, and they decided not to go
well,
further. It's fine.
their budget ran out. Their budget ran out, so they just couldn't do anything extra that way.
It's the worst because
Okay.
I almost guarantee you that's where we have to reflect light to, but
Yeah.
I rolled a 1, so it's not important at all.
All right.
I think
So-
Lunara's just going to do a quick once over of this thing as well, like mage hand against the wall, like obviously using detect magic to see if she can spot anything good.
Okay.
Can she have
So
a look at it?
Lunara's going to go down below. You can do an investigation, Lunara.
Okay.
And Magnus and Way, while Lunara rolls that.
Fuck. That's an 8.
Lunara, you find nothing of interest.
Cool. Yeah. No, nothing of interest. They ran out of money.
Magnus and Way, as you two step into this room, the magic items that you have with you begin to sort of vibrate and glow. And each of you hears a voice in your head. I'm going to whisper it to you.
Is this what it feels like to be Adriel?
In common or
It's not exactly common. It's more a voice in your head that you understand.
okay. Hello?
And I think this is where we're going to save game. I just saw the time. Seems like
Okay.
a good point to save. So we will pick up here next week with you guys, continuing your exploration of this tomb and solving the mysteries that lie within.
Yay.
Magnus definitely just looks at Way and then looks behind him at Lunara like,
Uh-oh.
Be interested to hear what that's about later on. That's just weird.
Good
All right,
times.
good game today, guys. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Really fun. Thank you.
oh, thanks.
Glad we
Uh,
got back in the saddle here.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
good for next week, but the week after is a no for me.
Okay.
So next session, 18th,
Next session,
Yep.
18th.
just after my birthday. Hell yeah.
Woo!
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Try
fishing
not to
for
hurt
that,
your
but thank
back.
you. I will avoid doing anything that hurts my back. I promise you.
That
on
is
one.
something you have to do every year now. You're old enough that every year you have to be careful about hurting your back.
Yeah, every year I
yeah.
hurt my back. Sucks.
Oh, we're all old, guys. Let's face it.
Guys,
Mhm.
live with your legs, not your back.
Mhm. I had to carry the chair that I'm currently sat on up 2 flights of stairs last weekend, and fucking hell, everything hurt immediately after doing that.
Oh no.
But I didn't. I managed to not injure myself, so I just like felt like I'd run a
That's the key.
marathon. Right, that is updated for next session.
Right. Awesome.
All right.
Okay,
Well-
good game today, guys. Thanks again.
Yeah,
I
thank
will
you.
see you all next week.
All right, everyone have a good
Yeah,
day.
see you next
Okay.
week.
Bye,
Good
everyone.
one.
Bye.
Anyone who was watching, thanks for watching, and join us next Saturday, the 18th, to see what happens in this dungeon. Have a good day.